BS, different, you know what? Same horsepreneur, different, different place it came from. But at least he gets Hillary's back because everybody's sick of the establishment. She radiates evil. Do you really believe she beat Bernie Sanders when he'd have 10,000 people per speech in Iowa and she'd have 500? If you believe she got more than 15% of the vote from hardcore, man-hating, weirdo women, loser women, all she gets is loser women votes, okay? I'm not saying women are losers. I mean, maybe a third of women are screwballs whose identity's hating men and hating everybody because they're losers in identity politics. That's all Hillary gets is screwballs or elitists that are making money off the gravy train. Let's go back to Chikari's report.
Bernie Sanders.
Any particular reason?
No, I don't really follow politics, really. I just don't like Donald Trump.
Brains.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary, don't miss. We're asking people who their favorite presidential candidate is.
Hillary.
Hillary?
Hillary makes me feel
Particular
powerful.
reason?
She's a female, and
She's a female.
I don't know. Not that I'm for. I feel out of all the ones that are candidates right now, like she would be the most appropriate, but not ideal.
Okay. Is there any particular politics?
Rewind that again 10 seconds. This is so important. Notice she knows that's horrible, cliched, and sexist. That woman's actually not stupid. She's pretty smart. But she doesn't matter because she just does what she thinks she's supposed to do. She's compliant, okay? Hillary, because, well, she's not perfect, but she's a woman. Oops, not that I mean, They run the show now. Unless you say no and stand against them. And by the way, they're not well-meaning weirdos. This is systematic worldwide. This is a program. And that's why the more ridiculous the dean would like to speak to you because you're a fan of Martin Luther King. And then the student group does, and they say, yes, then we should have a vote. I'm sorry that you've been hurt by this. We'll have it removed if you vote to do that. Good job. You're really helping the community now. And they know full well what they're doing. They are sabotaging young people. They are frying their brains. They're just busy trying to get money in their Swiss bank account and get out of this country. There's a disdain for the public with a lot of the mercenaries. A lot of these folks aren't even communist. They're just mercenaries. And they go, look, the public's so dumb, you better just get as much money as you can and get out of the nation. So see, they know it's pure evil. And they go and they dutifully learn how to do it. They learn how to brainwash. They take courses in how to dumb people down, the Delphi technique, all of it. And then they come in systematically and are eyeing you and your family when you take your tuition money down or break your back to send your kids to college, and they get inducted. They're being inducted to a giant brainwashing camp to then spill out like viruses, swarms of officers to eat out our substance and imperiously run around and boss everyone around. Let's read the article and I'm going to your calls. Feds push a new plan for home visits to check on parents. Not even when there's a vague phone call. No, everybody gets the visit. Starting at age 2 or 3, and then, then we form that relationship for the co-parenting. You think you can divorce your husband or your wife or whatever, and that's a hassle? Now the state is in your life. The state is in the middle. At your dinner table. And in the first phase, if you step and fetch and are nice, there'll be TV shows about how the social workers help and it's good overall and they do the right thing and they fix society and this kid was on crack and they did a good job. This dad was beating him. Of course, they're going to, quote, do some good. The point isn't constitutional. It's directly out of Nazi Germany, directly out of Soviet Russia, directly out of Maoist China. It is the big tyrant. It's the bona fide Mac Daddy. Don't give. And you're not going to have jobs with industry in America. This is your future. You're going to have, see, are going to have, there's going to be TV shows about what heroes they are. The federal government is seeking to create a new bureaucracy that would intervene in family life and could even see state-appointed monitors conduct routine home visits to assess a child's well-being. Oh, we gave you fluoride and all this sugar and TV, and now you're not performing well. We're building giant special education wards everywhere. Oh, society's collapsing. We're here to help. And, of course, the folks showing up to, quote, help will mean well themselves. The U.S. Department of Education, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has published a draft document, which is already being done in Europe, which outlines a plan that will treat families as, quote, equal partners. Oh, see, you're equal now with the government. It's a friendly thing, like the Patriot Act. In the raising of children, opening the door for government intrusion at all levels, the paper describes how government employees will intervene to provide monitoring. See, they will provide monitoring goals, that means your orders, for the children at home and the classroom. Oh, a federal ward in your local independent school. And that, if parents are failing to meet the standards, you're all being put on probation, evidence-based parenting interventions will be made to, quote, ensure that children social, emotional, and behavioral needs are met. The document reveals how the state will help oversee constant monitoring and communications regarding children's social, emotional, and behavioral health. I remember when we learned 15 years ago that the new federal computers, they actually, your kids are writing articles or papers, class, whatever. It's all doing in a federal database. NSA, FBI, local police, but also the bureaucrats. I mean, this is so sick. Your children's diaries, they're basically reading. Their artwork, all going into a government file on your kid. I mean, it's 50 times worse than Eastern Europe. It's so incredible. The program bears the hallmarks of a controversial scheme in Scotland set to take later this year, which under a shadow parent, close quote, appointment by the government would monitor the upbringing of every child until the age of 18. The document argues that Big Brother needs to know about essentially everything. For the purpose and benefit of the child it wants to partner with, close quote, in caring for, close quote, citing research. The policy statement claims that the, quote, institutions where children learn cannot ignore family wellness if they want to. We just can't ignore your family because it's sick, because we made it sick, and now we're going to end it. We're going to end, when now we have the death blow. We've already stabbed and angered and diseased the bull as it stumbles around the arena, and now the matador is there. Dun, 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 dun. Ha, 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 ha. Bernie Sanders is here. Everything's free. Look, Hillary's wearing actual Mao outfits every day. Oh, everything's wonderful. Oh my gosh, armored vehicles. Oh, they love you. Oh. I'm a weirdo. I have energy. I get upset. I care about freedom. Having the president endorse communism freaks me out. Yeah, I'm a freak. I have energy. Oh, what are you on, man? Gosh, you got so much energy. What are you on, methamphetamine? What are you not on? I'm talking to people that make jokes about it. Why do you think it's so weird to have energy? Why do you think it's so weird to care? What's wrong with you? Why is it weird to not be a coward? Explain that to me. Or somebody that doesn't count and isn't involved and sucks their thumb all day. Explain that to me. Bernie Sanders wants raw vote count released after a tight finish in Iowa caucuses. Dramatic clash with Hillary Clinton for Democratic presidential nomination is a sign public want change, it says a left-wing senator. Hillary Clinton has the most statistically improbable coin toss luck ever. Like it's never happened in the NFL that a team won 6 coin tosses in a row in 6 games. We have articles breaking that down. It is basically 1 out of 100 shot. Oh, but it just kept happening last night. There's video. They'll count Hillary votes and mark them and then just count them again for everybody. Everybody goes, wait a minute, you just counted those. They go, don't worry about it. It's like the good fellow, don't worry about it. That's up on Infowars.com, Steve Watson article. So she does 6 coin tosses her representative does with the Sanders people, and magically wins all 6. You don't think they had a special coin that they didn't slide a hand of the other coin back that's a real coin with a weighted coin that'll flip 9 times out of 10 the way you want? Oh, all 6 to win that delegate. In a row. Impossible. Just like we predicted the Microsoft app failed at the key precincts where she was losing, and then magically they had to hand call them in at the very places where they counted the votes in front of everyone for Hillary repeatedly over and over again. You understand? Oh, 6 coin tosses. Oh, get the delegate. Oh, counter ballots and then flip them again and count them again. Oh, and then magically the computer fails so you can call them in to Microsoft. Oh, how convenient. And by the way, that's just part of it. It's all coming up straight ahead. This is how stupid they think we are. Hillary Clinton is way behind Sanders. I've seen polls everywhere. I talked to people on the ground. Almost no one supports her. Okay? And so, big a failure she is. So let's see, because it's statistically around 1%. We have an article breaking it down. To win 6 coin flips in a row, that's even in USA Today, you have to, it's like winning a Powerball lottery or something. It's ridiculous. So let's go ahead and do it. And we're showing video for TV viewers of them actually flipping the coins. Here we go. So let's say 6 heads and Hillary in a row. She gets that disputed delegate that if she wouldn't have gotten it, she would have lost to Bernie Sanders. Here we go. Oh, heads. She got it. First one. Let me show folks. Heads. Let's document cam. There you go. So she just won the first toss. Here, let's mark that right here. That's 1 for Hillary. She is a lucky lady, huh? Let's do the second one here. Hey, lucky lady, she did it again. Oh, whoa. She got tails on number 3. Wow.
Your turn to
What do you know? Go out of 6.
5 seconds remaining.
Heads. This is tails. So we got 1 there. Let's keep tallying here. Let's do it again. Oh, tails again right there. So that's head to head. 2 heads, 2 tails tied. And we got 2 more coin tosses. In fact, this will be deciding, but I guess if she didn't get all 6, it went into more coin tosses. Up, tails again. Sorry, Hillary. Sorry, sweetie. Now, if you don't get this one, it's totally tied. She'll lose.
10 seconds remaining.
But remember, she just got all 6 in a row, so there was never any doubt.
5 seconds remaining.
Up, tails again. Sorry, Hillary. Sorry, you don't get the delegate. Bernie Sanders does. But see, that's in the real world. That's in the real world. Here, let's just keep flipping. Oh, she got heads that time. Here, let's just keep flipping. See, in the real world, there's chance. Heads again. In the real world, that's, oh, tails. See, in the real world, it's 50-50. Let's see, not in Hillary Clinton world. Oh, tails again. Not in Hillary Clinton world. So just to illustrate how ridiculous it would be to have 6 in a row, and then all this other hanky-panky, and the app fails magically. But do you think they're going to get rid of the Microsoft app now that it failed conveniently? Oh, no, it hasn't failed. It succeeded in exactly what it was supposed to do. In the Twilight Zone kook land, where Hillary wins 6 coin tosses consecutively on the same night in disputed precincts to be given the extra delegate, securing herself the win. And this is what all the electronic voting experts have told me, and all the experts on basic election fraud, Bev Harris, you name it, over the years, is that when somebody's winning by 10, 20, 30 points, it's hard to steal it. But if Hillary's a few points behind, what they'll do is they'll have a dead heat. This is always the sign. Throughout the night, dead heat. The whole night, just dead heat. As they just balance it like that to see if they need to steal it at the end. Because she's behind, but they're running scams, just keep her right there to see how many they need at the end. So The big tell, I've known this for 20 years, is when you see people dead even the whole time. The fix is in. Oh, okay. I'm sure she won 6 coin tosses in a row, and then magically, the ballots that weren't counted for her got counted twice and put back in, and then magically the app failed right then, and a whole bunch of precincts they had to phone it in. Okay, sure. And of course, she didn't lie about the emails or Benghazi or Fast and Furious or Watergate, ripping off old people, or the cattle futures, reinvest a few thousand and get hundreds of thousands back when no one else had ever done that. I mean, there's nothing going on with Don Tyson, nothing going on with these people. These are good people. Hillary's a woman, after all. She cares about women. Mentally ill women who want to go associate their personal power with the gang member leader. They're as big an idiots as somebody that joins a white supremacist gang, a black supremacist gang, a Hispanic supremacist gang because they don't have father figures, and they go, join it because the father figure cares about you. No, the father figure doesn't care about you and is using you, dummies. Well, this is the mommy figure. This is where they fantasize. I mean, I've seen these female Clinton supporters just glide around on C-SPAN at events, and I've seen them in person, just power tripping, and they'll go, "You're just afraid of a woman in charge." I'm like, no, I'm not. I'd love to have a constitutionalist as president. I could care less. But the point is, that's not what's going on. And the cliche of, there wouldn't be any violence in the world if it wasn't for men. We're the species. We defend women. We've been a warlike species. Women are the ones that demand you go out and get the living space. You go out and take over. That's just a culture. It's like blaming male honeybees for stinging people and not the females. It's just the species. It's moronic. It's idiotic. It's all just divide and conquer with mental midgets. And I see these articles all the time where you'll have an 8-year-old with an orange, lime green or purple Nerf gun in their own backyard. And the police will come and take it away and sometimes write tickets saying it scared someone when no crime was committed. Or the school hears about it and suspends you because you played with a Nerf gun at home. So imagine someone has a green lightsaber, that you buy at Target, and some moron thought it was a weapon because they were so hysterical as a social justice warrior. They wanted to be hysterical about something and call 911. So a New York college that went on lockdown over a report of a gun on campus says the weapon turned out to be a lightsaber. Indeed, you are powerful. Students and staff members at Farmingdale State College on Long Island were told to shelter in place Wednesday. Land of the free, home of the brave, folks, with big yellow stains on their pants. With police investigating a report that someone was assembling a rifle in the school parking lot. College spokeswoman Catherine Coley says the rifle was actually a Star Wars toy. Farmingdale State is part of the University of New York system. 8,700 students, armored vehicles and SWAT teams, the MRAPs, to save everyone from the lightsaber. Indeed, you are powerful. Oh, man. I've seen police called for like a Transformers gun, and it showed it on the news. It was an inch long. But these same trendy see cops with guns, they go, ooh, the state, I like it. Oh, you're not nice to women, Putin. I'm going to show you. Never been in the military, know nothing about it, but they know how to act tough and walk around in $5,000, Versace dresses. I mean, I see these women, looks like they're on the catwalk or something, and they got their lipstick on, they all kind of got their girlfriends with their, we're going to blow up Russia. As if the New World Order is going to give you anything free. Oh, it's free like a piece of cheese. But a little mouse comes out, and it smells it and goes to bite it, and bam, breaks your neck. But you're stupider than a little mouse. You can see all the countries and all the people caught in the mousetraps, caught in the big bear traps. You know what you do? You go into a trendy shop, some capitalist strip. And you go in and you snuggle in with that credit card that daddy put money in for the trust fund. And you put on that little fur-rimmed coat, and you're all sexy with your hammer and sickle on, and your Che Guevara shirt from Rage Against the Machine. The whole capitalist record company system selling it to you. And you go out on the street, you walk into McDonald's, and you have yourself a double latte. Oh, yeah.
Now,
and these guys are on power trips. I mean, I love how they're just openly admit it, and then mainstream media goes, really? Because the public's getting so upset about this. It's finally capturing their imagination to go, yes, you win the NASCAR race by 5 lengths, and then someone else gets it because they made the rules up. I mean, this is a total joke. But notice how they're hiding it in plain view. Notice now how they just put the whole thing out there. Yeah, your kids belong to us. Yeah, we're coming with forced inoculations, and it doesn't matter how you vote.
Yeah, and the other thing is that, this process wasn't originally meant to be this way. They're kind of gaming the system. Super delegates used to be tiebreakers, essentially. And right now, most of them are committed to Hillary Clinton. And he explains that even the ones who are uncommitted are really going for Hillary Clinton. And I think this would be the appropriate time to go to the clip.
Here we go. This is him being out in the open. He's a worshiper of Hillary. He's a super delegate, and he doesn't matter what your vote says. He's the boss. Here it is.
We're here at the Red Arrow Diner. We've gone further down the bar here, and we found this gentleman. What's your name?
Bob Mulholland from Chico, California. I'm a DNC member. That's a super delegate to the National Convention.
Wow, so that's the first time I can think of that I've talked with a Democratic super delegate. Tell us, how long have you been a super delegate? How long have you been a delegate? And tell us a little bit more about the process of how you get to be a super delegate.
There's several ways, but this will be my 11th National Convention. I've been a super delegate since 1992. In our case, in California, you have to get elected by the California Democratic Party to be on the DNC. Obviously, Democratic governors are automatic super delegates.
So, understandably, that it sounds like Hillary is going to have a huge edge when it comes to super delegates. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. And former DNC chairs like Howard Dean, who's from Vermont, he's known Bernie for decades, he's for Hillary. Yeah, the people who have worked with Hillary for decades are big supporters of her. If they haven't said so yet, they will in the next several weeks.
So roughly, when it comes to the Democratic National Convention, what is the rough total of delegates that are going to be available for the DNC?
Right now, about 4,800. So you need about almost 2,400 to get the nomination. And the way we work is that anybody who gets 15% more in an election gets delegates. So this election will go all the way to California. Sanders will end up with well over 1,000 delegates, and Hillary will get the nomination.
And then we go talk to one of the super delegates, and he's very proud. I played the whole clip earlier. I'll play just a second of it here now.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Interviewed by Matt Weber and Richard Reeves, our reporters who were on the ground in New Hampshire. They're back now. And he's just like, yes, I've been for decades for Hillary. I like her, and she likes us, and we decide she wins. And he just, I decide. The party, the party has to decide who gets it. And we kind of run things, and I was elected by our party, and so I decide, I run things. And it's the same attitude. We're not going to let you have your families, mommy and daddy, anymore. We're going to make you take shots. Yeah. Barack Obama, this is a conservative number. We broke it down. We're doing a story on it today. Wars that he's helped launch or support have killed 995,000. They can always say both sides contribute, but the person that starts it under the Geneva Convention in history is the one behind it. And nobody has pushed this more and given cover to war like it's some humanitarian thing than Barack Hussein Obama. So Obama total kill count, 995,000. People say, what's the big announcement? That is the big announcement. We just get comfortable with millions of dead Iraqis, it's crazy. And since he's been in, 995,000 people and tens of thousands from drone strikes that he's ordered. We're going to go over all of this. But Carmen and, of course, Leanne, you guys come on in here. I have decided
bottom tower.
we're going to punch them up on screen for TV viewers. I have decided to give Barack Obama a Nobel Peace Prize. He's already been given one before he was even president for doing nothing. And so we are now giving, and there's one candle for every 100,000 people he has directly contributed to killing. And you know what Obama says? He's really good at killing people. Let's pull that clip up in a few minutes. Come on in, Leanne. Come on in, ladies. And so we're going to celebrate with the president his mass murder. I know that's obscene, but we're being satirical here. The media acts like it's no big deal. And it's, Madeleine Albright said 500,000 dead Iraqi children is a good price to pay. Bush was part of that, but the Democrats were involved. Clinton was involved, and she said it's a good price to pay. Remember that? So, hey, let's bring him a delicious cake here. Ladies, thank you. You just said it right there by the microphone over there. Thank you. And you guys did a great job coming up with the graphics. In fact, I believe you did the graphics for this, correct? All right. Well, fantastic. Now, here we are. We have the Nobel Prize. This is made by the guy that invented dynamite or nitroglycerin. And so he said he felt bad about war, so he gave hundreds of millions of dollars at that time for the Nobel Prize. They've given some good people the Nobel Prize, but now it's a true joke to get it. So I also want to give him not just the new Nobel Prize, but I want to give him this plastic bling, $ OG situation, because, again, it's all about celebrating the fraud. It's not real gold, but it doesn't matter. I'll just say it is. Just like he's not a man of peace, but we'll just say he is. And so here it is, a new Nobel Prize for Obama and the staff here. We're all just going to have a piece of the cake. Hey, here's to Obama. Yeah, Obama. Man, only 375,000 more Iraqis have died since Obama took over. Hundreds of thousands of Afghans, hundreds of thousands in Syria, Libya. It's over 400,000 now. I kept saying 300,000 in Syria. And our government, with NATO, helped start the whole thing. So I brought some of the crew in, whoever wanted a piece of this cake. Leanne, will you sit down by the microphone here, please, and tell folks what this says here for a radio listeners. We have to narrate for him. We've got a Nobel Prize there. It's the President's Nobel Prize.
Cake here with his second Nobel Peace Prize for being a man of peace. To the King, Obama, we love you. You're so good at killing people. Yeah, almost there. Almost a million. We wanted to put that extra cake.
Exactly. Yeah. That's old number.
That we know.
So here's the killing a million people. Yay! Hey, Obama, let's give him another Nobel Prize.
Community organizer.
And I'm giving him this one. What are we going to call this? The Original Gangster Prize?
OG.
This is for being really good at killing people.
That's right. And he says he's really good at killing people.
Is your mic on? I don't know.
No, when I walked in.
Okay, good. I talked right into it. Again, this is just impromptu. I thought I'd get this cake made the other day. And I think HEB did a great job on that. I think HEB made it, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay. So
shout out HEB.
They're complicit.
And I think it even got high fructose corn syrup in it. And we wanted it to be a unhealthy cake, like all of this. And so this is a truly blasphemous situation, because it is all a joke. The Nobel Prize is a joke. It's all a joke. So anybody that wants to get on that mic and make comments.
Nobel Prize, I mean, right when he was elected, he didn't even do anything, and he got the Nobel Prize. And then he ended up killing almost a million people.
But listen,
so he deserves another one.
I get a Nobel Prize.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
They just pass it on to everybody.
I deserve it.
I just think it's amazing. The number of troops killed in Afghanistan is 75% of the total troop deaths or since Obama took office.
You know what I want? I want to nominate Hitler for a Nobel Peace Prize. Stalin, Mao, Genghis Khan, and Fidel Castro while we're at it. I mean, why not? How about the whole pot? Hillary Clinton, she says she's really the game. We saw with Libya.
We have the picture of Libya before and after.
Yeah, Joe, get on the mic here.
She said Libya's in a great place.
Hillary for prison, Hillary for Nobel Peace Prize. Let's do it.
Well, again, I didn't want to just, print out a paper Nobel Prize and say, here, we're giving you a new one. But I want to put the headline out with this video as soon as we can. Just Obama given another Nobel Peace Prize. And ours is just as real and just as authentic as theirs. Because they've given it to Henry Kissinger, Al Gore. It is now a sign that you are a war criminal, just an absolutely horrible, evil person. They can stop flashing around. I think I'm about to die.
I know, I'm getting a little
900.
yeah.
Exactly 995,000.
Programming with the blinking.
Yeah, that was my idea. Like, it's a bad video game finish screen. You know, you're finished with the video game, you're almost done, and that screen flashes.
It's awesome, dude. And he's sitting on a pile of skulls. We just freeze it with a pile of skulls back there. So there you have it. Of course, Dr. Pianka, UT, got a standing ovation in the Texas Academy of Sciences 8 years ago. It's an Endgame, and he got a huge projection of red skulls and said, soon we're going to have airborne Ebola. I'm ready to die with my family. Humans are evil. This is a good thing. And so this is really their attitude overall. But guys, who wants to chime in, though, about this? I mean,
who was the prince who wanted to come back as a virus and come back and kill 1 billion people?
Yeah, the Queen of England's husband. That's right, Prince Philip.
Prince Philip.
He said that in 3 books and in a bunch of magazines.
No, but he's just kidding. He's just joking around. You know, he really doesn't want to kill 1 billion people. They want to kill 5 billion people.
Their operatives came home and now have run a deep penetration operation on us. And now you're getting ready to see the fall of the country, baby. I mean, this is unbelievable. And the necks are coming for your guns, your farm, your children. They want to dominate you, and they want to kick your teeth in it, break your jaw. I'm telling you, they want to get you in a FEMA camp and beat your family to death. Doesn't cut off the boost. Is China your woman? Saudi Arabia gives you $100 million. You're a woman.
Woman running to be the first woman president. Imagine.
Woman.
Who could be more of an outsider than a woman president? I can't think of anything more of an outsider than electing the first woman president. A woman president of the United States.
A woman president like Merkel. That's what you're seeing. You're not seeing the heart of the conspiracy when I say it's a pedophile cult. They don't put the vampires out of the open. They're back at the castles. They're back at the lairs. The politicians go out and their minions go out and they corrupt themselves with the sex with the children and all the rest of it. And then they cry when they take their favorite children in, so their throats get slit. That's come out in Europe. It's come out in England. It's come out here. That's the bottom of the rabbit hole. Bring a little kid in, lay the plastic out in front of the prime minister. 5-year-old girl, double-edged dagger, slit their throat right there. Not me. I like enjoyment. I like freedom. I like, you be able to live your life. But the minute you start trying to show me how to live my life, you can go straight to fucking hell. And how this works is the whole transgender thing and the whole 9 yards. Not the average transgender person's fat person, but the whole agenda pushed by media is to get government, schools involved with your 5-year-olds, confusing their sexuality and getting a sexual discussion going on. They've got multiple states like Oregon and others where your 12-year-old wants to have their genitals cut off without parental consent because the teacher convinced them to. In comes the hatchet, and it's taxpayer paid for. This is the rebellion of the pedophiles. This is the rise of the pedophiles. Liberty lovers won't stand up for lower taxes or national sovereignty or freedom, but the people like NAMBLA, who the UN recognizes as a non-governmental organization, they say they want to be able to pick your 10-year-old up out of the back of your yard and take him to some meth-infested trailer and do God knows what to him. You know what? They will. Dennis Astor got busted because, well, just there's so many of these people, they wanted to send a message to the other pedophiles to watch out. Just remember, when you look at those leaders on TV, the Republican and Democratic leadership, remember, they want to rape everything you can. Because that's what they're about. And that's what they want to do. They want to rape the genetics of the planet with GMO. They want to rape you with fluoride in the water and glyphosate, Roundup in the water supply as well. They want to start wars and flood Europe with 5 million jihadis just to piss all over everything. Because the name of the game is shitting on prosperity and shitting on freedom, shitting on free will, and shitting on Renaissance. It's about that pedophiles and degenerate rapists and sex slavers like the Saudi Arabians. That's who they are. The Saudi Arabian leadership just dominating everyone with political correctness, where you roll over because all these PvP bellies have their way with you. Comported yourself into their system, into their universe, into their little fake facsimile that's supposed to draw in everybody's attention, where the establishment sets the trends, and the establishment sets the agenda, and the establishment sets the fads, and the establishment decides the culture. And then we see the culture they're giving us, it's living death. And they go, well, of course we're giving you living death. We're turning you off. We're ending your life force. We're ending your self-sufficiency. We're ending your survival instinct. The world's ours. We're killing you. We don't give our kids iPads, Apple says.
Parents are under attack.
But we give money to LGBT, so it's okay that we have suicide nets and forced abortion and 17-hour workdays, and the Foxconn workers' children live in metal containers. It's all right because Al Gore's on the board and he talks with a lisp. And it's all right, because he acts effeminate and Nelly.
Has fallen.
But not behind closed doors. No. That's not how Al talks behind closed doors. See, it's all a fraud. And I know you know that, but we have to have the understanding of the complete collapse of it in our minds ourselves.
Power is under attack.
And disdain it, dislike it, hate it, not go, ooh, you were on Fox and CNN and MSNBC today, Alex. Ooh, I saw you in some movie. Did you know you're in this movie? No, I don't care. Record 499 Syrian refugees admitted to the U.S. so far in May includes no Christians. 20% of Syria is Christian. Well, it's a little higher than that, but they've killed a couple 100,000 of them. Are we going to let you out? I'm afraid not. That's one Bob really relished in that video. We got to find that. Something like, Obama says we got to let all refugees in, not just Christians. I'm trying to find it. He's just like, he laughs. He goes, it's just not fair to not, only let Christians in. Because he's not, but the joke is they're not letting Christians in. And he laughs, oh man, when they line those families up and machine gun them or chop their heads off or take those little girls as young as 5 into sex slavery and 100 jihadis line up and rape them till they die. Look it up. ISIS rapes little girls till they die. And that demon filth, that filth of hell, laughs about it. That's when they basically cut all ties with me, which is wonderful. Because I've been offered all these big Hollywood films in Hollywood. I've been offered like major supporting roles in big movies that came out. I've been offered like $1 million for a role. That sounds like a lot, but it's not when you're at this level. I've been paid $800,000 a year once for just a voiceover I did. But most people would like bend over backwards in Hollywood. One of the finest things that I see is something I own is the fact that I don't even respond to emails about big movies now. I just piss on them. And like I'm serious. One of my finest enjoyments is all these roles I've just turned down. And they've almost stopped doing it. And the roles got bigger and bigger. And I just said, you know what? I don't want your Hollywood roles. So I try not to leak letters. But I mean, pissing on Hollywood is a luxury. I got to be honest with you. Everyone just starts fighting with each other and being totally unhappy, and men against women and women against men, and just all of this psychological weaponized 5th generation warfare that they admit is warfare to hurt you. And you can show these social justice warriors, all right, here's MIT, here's the Wall Street Journal, here's a paper written in the 70s adopted as policy by the Carnegie Endowment to break up the family and make women totally alone and hateful, and then wed them to the state by age 40 to then really exacerbate their bitterness and help create change agents to accelerate the collapse of the human species. I mean, I just basically paraphrase paragraphs we've read on here. I mean, I can say, here's the weapon plan. I don't care, we are ugly and deserve to die. Once you get through that, actually see, they go, that's right, we are going to kill everybody. I want to kill my children. I want to be ugly. Like, wow. hell, you really are liberal, aren't you? They're all like that. I'm ugly and I stink and I love Satan. And I want everyone in the control room right now to recognize that I officially am a British Springer Spaniel.
The tower is under attack.
And not just that, I'm a black Springer Spaniel and I'm royal. And I belong to the Queen of England. Well, she belongs to me. And everyone now must recognize that I am a dog, in fact, that can speak. And I want to be genetically altered beyond a sex change to be made a female dog named Hillary Clinton. Now, who wishes to kneel before me and accept that I am, in fact, a black-eared dog?
Thunderthunt. I think you can say that. Thunderthunt, 69.
Thunderthun says Thunderthun was a powerful, immortal race of a foreign star. He was able to lift the entire planet with a single arm. Now he returned to Earth with sight. Prepare for the final battle. The millennials and like the Triggly Puffs and these socially entitled little anti-free speech hate mongers cover the waterfront, Tim.
The tower is under attack.
Oh my gosh. Whatever this disease is right now, that you can go to college and graduate with a degree in feminism, and then you think you're going to come into the workforce and be a productive member of society, but then you're going to complain that you can't get a really good job, so you're going to vote for Bernie Sanders and think that you're going to get it. Listen, I work like 18 hours a day so I can provide for my family. That's how it's supposed to work. I fall into bed tired. So stop being entitled little bitches and go to work. Stop wasting your time figuring out what oil you're going to put in your beard if you're wearing the right plaid shirt. You go to work. Work. Go. Scoot.
Hey, mister, how you doing here in Mayberry? Can I change oil for you, Mr. Gucciardi?
You know, what's interesting?
I heard Obamacare is free. I like socialism and the dictatorship of the proletariat. I'm gonna have your ass thrown in prison. The centipede is a nimble navigator that has two hollow fangs to inject venom. It is a predator.
That's pretty good.
Tell us of this.
It's going to be a remake.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now take you live to Austin, Texas, where the final defense of humanity is eating fried chicken with a beautiful goddess dressed in green, Buckley Henry dressed in green, and Alex Jones dressed in a checkered blue suit with hair that looks like it's a toupee, but isn't. What does it mean on Reddit? What does it mean?
Says, let's make America great again. That is code for let's take America backwards.
No, it means have better trade deals, bitch.
Tonight's victory
These idiots behind it.
about one person.
Oh, that's good. Now let's show the footage then when CNN warps it and turns her into the goddess when we go out to break, and she's doing bizarre Joker faces and then being worshipped by this pack of morons.
Distinguishing her first trailblazing campaign.
Her trailblazing campaign.
In her long Democratic primary.
Oh, look at it. Oh, the goddess.
8 years after.
I can try to make the most evil smile I can, and I can't catch it when she leers down and goes,
No, she's a goddess! She's saving our prison right here! Damn it! She needs to be in prison now! This shark came off you! No! No! Get away from me, racist! She's
because quite frankly, I haven't paid myself, and we're 5 months into this year. I've not been paid. I'm not complaining. I'm just like, throw all the money and attack. I love it. I'm getting paid by defeating the enemy. I'm absolutely high as a kite off of it. Out is out. Schnabel warns of single market access in event of Brexit. We will not allow you to trade in our country if you leave. We are not elected bureaucracy. We will not vote to enter. And if you try to leave, we will shut off your trade. We are in control. Now, you will submit and take the vaccines. Then you will feel much better. Just take the shots and eat the food. Shut your mouth and die. This is our world now. Lay down and die. In fact, I was on my treadmill the other day, and it was like featured YouTube, Joe Rogan, 200,000 views one day ago. Here, let's watch it. And it was some sewer in life going, Trump is dumb. Trump lies. And we go, oh, yeah, it's so dumb. Oh, I was like, where's the proof? Where's the lies? I mean, you know, and it's like, oh, the Washington Post said I was a liar. Whoop-de-frickin-do, man. Oh, my God, Joe Rogan's going to laugh at me. Wow, I'm going to roll over in a fetal position and piss all over myself. I mean, you know, oh, my God, Alex Jones says that your cable boxes are watching you or your iPhone's watching you. That was declassified 18 years ago when I broke it about smartphones when they first came out. Now it's all admitted. The FBI director covers his you got a little window on yours. Yeah. They cover the little camera up. I mean, it's like, Jones claims you need oxygen in space. He's insane. The dean laughed at me. Wow. Well, wow. Oh, my God. The dean called me in. Oh, my God. The dean heard you're writing essays about Alex Jones. How are you feeling, Bobby? I'm sorry. We're not too pleased with you. We're running a Kool-Aid drinking cult of cyanide. You know, I mean, who cares? I'm like Darth Sidious, these Darth. What must be done, Lord Vader? Show no mercy.
Basically, the circuit court judge in Virginia has ruled that your fingerprints are not protected by the Fifth Amendment. Of course, this is going to be a huge privacy issue for all of you trendies that lined up around the block to get your hands on those brand new iPhones and iPads that will enable you to upload your biometric data to get into your phone. Ooh, super trendy.
And of course, George Will, in his last article in the Washington Post, saying, we are sovereign, your vote doesn't count, you are nobody. That's what he says. Here, let me say it in White Shoe Boy talk. That's what he actually said. A convention's sovereign duty, that's their sovereignty, a convention, that's the party. I'm deciphering. This little arrogant piece of filth thinks we don't understand this. It just makes it sound fancy to you, so you just shut up and go along with the queen with the stupid hat on. A convention's sovereign duty is to choose a plausible nominee who has a reasonable chance to win, not to passively affirm the will of a mere plurality of voters recorded episodically in a protected process. It's like you want to mug somebody and knock their teeth out, and you go, and then I went to your mandibles and massaged them for the lovingness that you would not ever have to deal with them and brush them. I took them from your mouth in a loving flurry. No, you knocked your teeth out with a frickin' ball-peen hammer, you little bastard. Of the disgusting, narcissistic selfie. If I see one more man or one more woman making duck lips, I'm going to pull what's left of my hair out. It's this self-satisfied, I'm smart, I'm cool. Here. Where men and women go, and it's like, I'm cool. A picture of themselves. What in Hades is going on? Here's how it works. If a trooper suspects you may have money tied to some type of crime, oh, this is the trooper. Who needs a judge? Who needs a jury? Who needs a grand jury? Who needs an indictment? Who needs a DA? Here's how it works. See how News 9 reports it like it's fun? Here's how it works. You stick your head in the guillotine, they pull the switch, and a big giant razor blade falls out and chops your heads off. It's so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll just tell it like it is, Alex, that we talked to this guy, Muhammad, who said basically they're given free housing and food, and they're giving them spending money, and they're told they can't do anything else. They have to sit around and do nothing. So you're just
they've got to learn to be wards of the state. They're being fashioned, exactly. and in a few years they'll become police officers after they've gone through the courses.
Well, either that or they're going to become jihadis because they're sitting around and they don't like the looks they're getting from the German people. They don't like how they're being treated by the people in the area. So they're getting resentment. And so that's just building inside of them. And I could feel it the way he was talking. He's like, they look at me funny. And then when I walked over there to talk to him, he was with a group of 5 other guys. They all looked at me like they wanted to kill me. They were like, I mean, they were pissed off. And they didn't want to talk to me at all. Only one guy did. And but he gave me that perspective.
Like, I stay here, everyone hate me, it's mine now. Free stuff. Ugh. Zuckerberg came out on Friday in the New York Times and it said, Zuckerberg covers up his webcam. That was the headline. You should too. first. About 19, 20 years after I pioneered it and have been made fun of at least 18 years ago on BBC documentaries. Alex, John Ronson asked, why is your webcam covered? You think they're watching you, do they? Oh, the little polywolf think he got a little bit of a problem, well. Oh, you think little green men wonders you too, huh? And werewolves as well. He once asked me, he goes, do you believe in werewolves? Because we're driving through this fog area, and I go, no, I just said it looks like where a werewolf would live. Man, look at that, like 6 foot thing. You afraid of the werewolves? And I said, yeah, I'm real afraid of the werewolves. I actually put it in this book that I'm afraid of werewolves. I don't know. It's just funny. I actually like John Ronson. We should get him back on the show sometime. You afraid of the werewolves, Alex? He didn't really speak with that Oliver Twist Cockney accent, but it's fun to talk like that, isn't it? There's something intellectual about almost the calm, lazy eyes of the left. We don't want to arrest you unless you deny global warming. Oh, no one really wants to arrest you. Oh, actually, we do now. That's liberal.
People that died, they didn't do all of that so we could do nothing. They didn't do all of that in a massive buildup for humanity.
Yeah, we're going to let them jack our water and do some social justice warrior deal where we talk about our wee-wees all day. The New World Order can go to hell.
Well, it's the
I wish the New World Order would just kill themselves. You people are the disease. You're the problem. You want us to die? You die. You die. I don't even want to kill you, but you know what? You want to kill us? You know where this is going, don't you? So you can really show you're in the in club. You had to speak with a slight British accent, but that's what was mutated into a Thurston Howell III. Oh, Buffy, love it. Would you like to buy some mining stock, Gilligan? Perhaps some derivatives? Yeah, let me tell you that I can talk like them. Yeah, let me talk just like he does. He just goes, they're just against civilization and economics. We're speaking of economics here, something you little people don't know. But let me continue here. I'll be intellectual today and speak in this vernacular for you. How does that sound? Continuing. Citing the potential for a Trump to split the Republican Party, even if he does lose, and increasing unpopularity of France's socialist government, Trump argues, another billionaire for socialism, that establishment of political parties in major Western countries must combine forces to keep out the nationalists. Here is a few clips of Glenn Beck talking about me in the last few months, the things he's been saying. Just go to some of the clips here.
You know, Alex Jones, you piece of garbage. I don't know what your deal is. I really don't know, and I don't care. But if you actually cared about the things you were talking about, you would actually use your brain and start to find different ways than just going to your kook friends in your basement. What you would do is you would actually say with some credibility, this is true, and these are the ways that we can.
That's enough. I mean, you didn't even say what I'm lying about. It's just that there are no basements in Texas, bud. Let's go to the next clip. Let's go out to break with this one.
On a guy that we don't talk about very often because he's so insignificant and we don't really care. But he's also psycho. Yeah, can we just say what it is?
I think
he's psycho. He can see a lot of things that other people can't see. Like a conspiracy around.
Like a couple of Nellies sitting on TV. We're going to kind of see that. We're going to go to break, and we're going to come back to these cream puffs. They just don't get that they're out in the open going, I'm wearing a sweater tied around my neck like I'm Thurston Howell and sitting here in a mock Oval Office on a power trip, bragging about how I've got the guy that does Oreos and American Idol and Disney. Everyone runs from American Idol and Oreos in your audience. They're political. They're patriots. They're involved. They're awake. They don't want to see you ferrying around, taking your acting lessons and fake crying with all your boyfriends around you, telling us about how you hired someone from mainstream TV. Oh, we're so impressed. Oh, tell us, did you talk to Jay-Z? oh, do you know someone in Hollywood? And then you sit over there and you try to act like you're the big mothership and everyone wants what you've got. No, they don't want what you got. And you thought you'd be able to steal the election from the people, regardless of who Trump is. It doesn't matter. You thought you'd sit there and tell people to fast. What is it about these psychopaths that they want to be cult leaders and have fawning groups following them around as God? What is it? And psychopaths always wear little nerdly, non-threatening outfits. They always act real wimpy because they're like raging goblins behind the scenes. But they want to act because the prey wants to creep up on you, see? They're real, hi, I'm going back. I'm creeping up. How you doing? See? I'm wearing a little non-threatening outfit. I'm kind of nellying around. That's all his cover, folks. So let's hear from this Nelly, this candy pass right now. Here he is.
But here's what happens. Because Donald Trump...
Pause and rewind that. You know, I actually have a really great voice, but instead I just kind of long like a goose because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm pouring it all out. I have trouble breathing right now. I'm so upset. And a lot of times it's almost unlistenable. I get it. But if I wanted to hear my voice, yeah, we can really talk about this right now with each other and discuss the whole state of the world, look at different articles and talk about a Pew survey that shows 57% say America first. Why isn't it higher? Why is it only 57% that aren't proud to say it's okay to say your country's first? Who's going to stand up for you if it isn't your country? You organize a system based on what's better for the people because outside countries will come in and take you over. Hi, it's Alex Jones here. And I want to just sit back real relaxed in a living room and try to put you to sleep here. And just listen to me. Everything's going to be all right. I'm really into hypnotism. I've really taken classes on that. He admits he has. To just hear my priest, God says, join me. Let's listen to him. Sitting back with all the mics perfectly tuned. Everything lit. And creeping up to the microphone. Creeping up like a vampire, like Nosferatu. He's in her nightgown, he's untying the lace. I mean, you know, just predator. I mean, alert. He's got like a sheep's outfit on. He's a little skinny, ugly wolf, yellow eyes. Like, shut up, don't do that. Okay. Oh, hi, sheep. How's it if I put my mouth around your neck to love you a bit? Here, let's go to the failed little wolfie. Let's go to him. Here it is.
But here's what happens.
Oh, let's stop. Back it up again. I'm sorry. Here's what happens. Here's what happens when you love your voice. Here, let me talk like him. Infowars.com. Exclusive. Soros insiders attempt to take over Trump campaign. Establishment in ditch effort to co-op New York billionaire. It's all about, he's going to tell you what happens. He's going to tell you the reality. Oh, he's always in the hospital. Feel sorry for me. Buy my products. I'm in the hospital. I'm really skiing, but I'm in the hospital. I'm wearing a new little sweater. A new little sweater with a smiley face. Get in my ice cream truck. Oh, hi, little girl. I've got free ice cream inside. Oh, Mommy said don't. What about the little puppy? Ever seen a Chiweenie? My name's Glenn Beck.
The enemy's top tower.
Do you know about what happened to my mommy? Let's go ahead and go back to Glenn Beck.
But here's what happens.
Oh, here's what happens. I'll back him up again. I'm sorry. Here's what happens. No, here's what happens. Let me let's go back to him. Here it is.
But here's what happens. Because Donald Trump is the GOP candidate, and I believe Hillary Clinton is going to win because of this, you will never elect another GOP person to high office ever again.
Which was his mission.
Because what's going to happen is you are now going to have Hillary Clinton legalize as many voters as you can. The GOP is going to be completely racist, whether it's true or not, because of Donald Trump. You will never have another Republican president ever again.
Let me say this to Tim and his whole fake authoritarian garbage. Let me be totally insincere and try to be like an actor and just say, here's what's going to happen to you, Glenn Beck. Talk radio is moving into its final phases in the old format, and you are universally reviled by everyone you work with because what a nasty, narcissist, messiah complex person you are. And you're going to accelerate towards bankruptcy. And the Republican Party, run by neocon, warmongering Rockefeller Republicans who've been hijacking the party for the social engineers, are going to be run out of the party. And you better hope you don't push too far, and many of you end up getting arrested for treason. And we're going to expose your globalist plan with China and others that have sold out our industrial base. And we're going to restore this republic and defeat the social justice warriors and the sickening engineers that hope to bring this country down. And we're going to secure our borders. We're going to deport the criminal illegals and promote good, legal, honest immigration and promote Americana once again. And we're going to bring back the 1950s culture of family, but in a modern, inclusive way for everyone. And we're going to be Americana 1776 worldwide. And the reign of globalists manipulating and controlling the two-party duopoly is over. And you are over, and you are discredited, and you're circling the toilet bowl. And it's well known that you've announced you want to move to Israel or something to claim you're a messiah. Because even though you have a much smaller audience, you can then milk millions out of each family that's there, hundreds of thousands, and that basically then maybe you'll tell them all to wear Nike tennis shoes, drink barbiturates and vodka, and fly off to Hale-Bopp. Glenn Beck, your next stop is Hale-Bopp Cult, filth. You little rat, you've been destroyed. You destroyed yourself. It's like a face in the crowd, you disingenuous traitor to humanity, you piece of crap, you rat filth. Is because the gun owners that were interviewed were smart enough with their smartphones to use the little tech systems against Big Brother and record her knowing she'd set them up. And guess what? She did.
The enemy's middle.
They're using old tactics in a new war. And the dinosaurs are dropping faster and faster. And that just warms my little heart. You might be fast, you might be good in the dark, but our teeth, our jaws are twice the size of yours. When we get them into your flesh, we don't let go. You don't have your sleek coat either. But your teeth can't get through ours. Not as easy that is. And by the time you get your teeth into us, you've already got our teeth around your neck and have already snapped 5 or 6 times. That's why you fear us, don't you? And you know we're coming. We hunt the hunters. Spread that link out, everybody. Facebook is censoring the spread of our info, just like Google has been caught censoring everything for Hillary Clinton. This is a real war room. It's not a joke. We're fighting for the republic. Globalists are allied with radical Islam to help bring down civilization. They will then take our liberties in the name of protecting us from the jihad. Infowars.com/. Spread that link. It's war. Let's do it.
Do you have anything else you want to add? I just want to add that, I mean, if you're a Trump supporter, or if you simply are just supporting Trump because you're tired of what's going on, don't be afraid to come out here. You know, don't be afraid to defend yourself against various supporters. But I will say, don't get violent with these people because they are so manipulative. They are so crazy. I mean, one guy was literally just like, he was 10 feet away from me, and he was like, why don't you come up here and tell me how much you want to hit me? I said, I never said I want to hit you. No, you said it. You said it. Oh, so you're saying that I said it without saying it. He goes, you're just whitewashed. You're just whitewashed, bro. Hey, put this on the front page of InfoWars. I'd like to say a shout out to all my friends. First off, Alex Jones, I think you're a fucking traitor to the Liberty Movement. Gay frogs, gay frogs, gay frogs.
And we have a gay frog supporter over here.
Support gay frogs.
Come through, guys. Police are saying clear the roadway so the vehicles could exit the premises. And
they're also going over to the other fucking side and blocking those. All right? Hey, why don't you chill out, all right? Because they're blocking an exit,
I'm just saying, you're recording something and you're lying to people.
No, I'm not lying to the people. I told them there's four. Are they blocking this exit? Are they blocking this exit?
A medical doctor's bad too, because you're the amazing Randy, a big beard. You expose people that bend spoons. Oh, I'm not bending spoons, jackass. You and George Soros and Snopes can sit up there all day and go, these crazy right-wingers think there's a world government forming. They think the NSA's spying on them. I'm the amazing Randy. I look back and found stuff he said 10 years ago that Jones thinks they're spying on the public. Ridiculous. I'm the amazing Randy. And then you go to watch the movie and it's all him and his boyfriend. I mean, it's just like, what? What? Everyone's like, oh. It's like you've gone on a Mars mission, or you discovered the God gene, or you saved humanity, or you crossed the Bering Strait. Oh my gosh, you're so accomplished. Wow. Wow, you sleep with a guy. Whoa, so shocking. We can't handle it. It's a plan. And I'm angry. I'm not a slave. I've broken the conditioning. It doesn't work on me. I'm primitive. I'm real. I know the enemy. And if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it don't work for the globalist. Break the conditioning now. Excuse me. And then he's like, everything's going to be fair under Obamacare because computers that are already commanding the doctors will tell you everything to do, and it'll decide whether you live or die. Well, who programs the computers? See? That's the whole zeitgeist movement that the New York Times promotes. A computer will decide where you work, where you live, and what you do, and we'll all live in big communal buildings. That sounds like prison, doesn't it? It is. But see, if you say it with long hair, you talk real soft and condescending and lisping and fake intellectual, and then do, Alex, if you don't agree, you'll be sent to a re-education camp. And then later, the guy, Peter Joseph, comes back and says, I'll come on your show. You apologize for saying I said you'd be re-educated. And I went back and watched the interview, and he said, you'll be sent for re-education. And he went on the phone. He goes, I never said that. We know the truth. Yes, 2 + 2 = whatever you say, because you talk with a condescending voice. Come here. Like Count Dracula to Von Helsing. Come here. I did not say that. Come here. You have a strong will for one who's only lived one life. I mean, you think that stuff really works on me? Like your Jabba the Hutt? Teeny Jedi. Think so? You think all your games work on me? It doesn't work on me. And once the human spirit ignites, it doesn't work on anybody. I'm not here doing anything but opening the blinds to wake people up. And you don't like the light, do you? Pull those blinds up. I like sun. I love it. And red-blooded humans, I don't care what color they are, will never be your slaves. I saw Google got caught in a bunch of new stuff. And then when they talked to their one of their presidents, they said, but we wear fluffy socks. That's in my stack. They're like, what about Google getting hacked and all your passcodes being taken and Google spying on people? We wear fluffy socks. Almost every photo of Warren Buffett, a master wicked operative, involved with his banks with money laundering, narcotics trafficking, that's in Bloomberg, AP, Reuters. But in almost every photo, he goes, I'm just a little old man. And he goes, ice cream. Google Warren Buffett's name and click images, almost every image, and he goes, ice cream. And it's like Google goes, I'm wearing a pink and a green sock, and I got a little beard, and I talk like this. You know what those guys do when they get on jets? They go, bring me 15 hookers now and get the drugs ready and take me to the private island. Get the satanic rituals ready. I'm literally, folks, I've been at the highest levels of Hollywood, okay? And they get on that aircraft, and I mean, they are just like, shut the door, let's get this going. Give me the heads up, future predicting dialer. I want the sat phone on, scramble to NSA headquarters, prepare to run ops, and they just sit there fixing the stock market and making billions on the side every few days, and just like in huge pleasure aircraft with 14, 15, 20 top, models in the back. Look it up. That's come out about just the pleasure aircraft. But out front, they're like, did you notice I'm wearing... I always say the thing about the socks, because with Google, they go, I've got different color socks. Meanwhile, you're literally dealing with a psyop Satanist, with black op command forces predicting the future, with spy grid AI going in everywhere. They can go in and punch up AI heads up, world models that the Pentagon has as well, integrated and actually know the future. They're in there like Sauron or Sauron and just dark sorcerers, total power. Meanwhile, they're like, are you racist? I'm wearing fluffy socks. And that's the reason I act like this, because I've been around some of these people. I've been at some of the parties with the Facebook people and Google people, and they see me and they just leave, or they say, get him out of here. And they see me and it'll be like, and they just go, yeah, let's get, and they'll leave. And that's the look on it. I mean, they'll literally go, just let me know I know you, Jones. Liberal, I'm liberal. And just wait till I liberal everybody. In fact, I can't find it in the stack. Will you guys Google, go to the NSA interface. They get us to opt into the NSA interface, and just put in Google fluffy socks. And people can say, I mean, I'm not joking. And they're always like, but we have pinball machines and let people drink beer at lunch. And we have movies about the interns. We're liberal. There's nothing liberal about it. There it is. Will you guys print me that article, please? Don't trust humans. Wear fluffy socks. Wisdom from Google X. See? They're already saying, don't trust humans to drive cars. Time magazine. Don't trust humans. The new liberal system, the computers will make the decisions. Where have we heard that before? Oh, Rockefeller Foundation funded groups the New York Times promotes. Movies, perhaps, where we get rid of money and the computers make all the decisions. But don't worry, the makers of the films talk in little lisping voices and are liberal. We were so desperate that we ended up doing a detailed study about the fluffiness of the socks of the techs who did the balloons. And see, they'll just throw out something about, don't trust humans. But by the way, we talk about fluffy colored socks. Now let's pull up Warren Buffett. Put in Warren Buffett's name, hit images, and you'll see ice cream cone. And you know who else goes ice cream cone. Pull up in a van. I have ice cream, I have cookies, I have candy, 5-year-old. Everything's okay. Everything is nice. Google Warren Buffett ice cream, and then it'll just show hundreds of photos of him with the ice cream cones. And then if that doesn't work, they go, puppy, I have a puppy. You love puppies. And there he is with ice cream. He's in a banjo and all, so non-threatening, a nice man. And there he is with his wife and daughter. Ice cream. Oh, and another shot of him with a little guitar, and a shot of him having a beer. Oh, nice old man. Lives in a modest little house in Omaha. Meanwhile, behind the facade of this innocent-looking bookstore. Ignore me at your peril. I am here as a watchman to warn you. I have seen, I know who the enemy is, and let me tell you, they are vicious wolves who hate you and your family. And they tell you at McDonald's in downtown Austin, they show mutated, dead children with pus pouring out of their eyeballs and welts all over their face. Enter here at your own risk and doom. And the fools throng, and their subconscious sees it. I am being delivered unto death. I am being delivered unto poison. I am being delivered. Just like the Golden Child, Eddie Murphy movie, where they're trying to make the Golden Child drink the tainted blood. That's exactly what they're telling you. Come and drink from the well. Join us. Come and be one with us forever. But we must first warn them. We must first let them know before they have passed the gate.
And all the MDs that I've talked to that I know personally and spoken to and interviewed and everything like that, they all agree this is way beyond just, fats and macros and sugars and oh, it's so funny. This is a weaponized effect by marketers.
Well, look at that arm. That arm has like smallpox. So they're getting you ready that it's cool to have red pus balls all over you, children. Eat it, eat it.
But these people sit around in marketing rooms for like 16 hours a day and obsess on it and do drugs to keep them awake and think about how to psychologically target literal babies.
Well, what they do is they say these are unhappy yuppies with college degrees that can't get a job, and these are failures. I mean, I've been around these people in some of these marketing meetings where I've been involved in other stuff, and I'm literally disengaged, and they go, we're going to use a subliminal of death and dead babies because people know they're trash, and they want to see it when they feel like crap going in there to get this. So we'll just, and it's trendy to fail and just be a total slacker, and the next level of slacker is have pus balls all over you. Dead babies, yeah, like those DU dead babies. Let's see what they look like. Yeah, make it look like fat. Put it in their face. Now let's go take some drugs. Yeah, hail Satan. Not missiles to the Chinese, MERV technology. Bill Clinton gave MERV technology through Laura Allen Hughes, Space Technologies. MERV technology. So an ICBM won't just have one big warhead in it. It'll have 10, 15, 20, 30, and dummies in it.
For battle.
Let's say half of them are dummies. So that when it comes back into the atmosphere, it pops open and deploys, say, 20 warheads. That's what their ICBMs generally carry, 12 to 20. 10 of them or so can be dummies. And so the lasers and other things try to take those out, and then some get through.
Please stop.
And then they destroy whole cities. How's that sound? Oh, but the government's doing all this for our national security, yes. But let's talk about Monica Lewinsky a little bit now, and the blue dress and the president's semen, because everybody kind of gets excited about that. And Bill Clinton's crooked proboscis. Who cares? I mean, fine, if that would have brought him down, great. I'm just saying, in conjunction, though, we have to then think about all the real things that are going on. There's a reason on a daily basis they have comics, TV hosts, media demonize this broadcast and yours truly, because they're demonizing Alex Jones as a figurehead of the libertarian liberty movement that is 1,000 light years more liberal than the fascistic control freak totalitarians that call themselves the trendies, that call themselves the hipsters. They're the idiot, moron followers of the globalists who want their free Obamacare and who want their free broadband and who want the FCC to save the internet. The FCC works for the big corporations, and they help consolidate media down to 4 companies, and they always have and they always will, and the big corporations couldn't get it done. So they had the FCC come in like it was going to save it, and now they're going to have a 2-3 year battle and carve it up. But we've got a public with an attention span of about 6.5 minutes. It used to be about 15, 20 years ago. Soon they're talking about attention spans being a minute long. So those of us that have long attention spans, those of us that are into facts, we're the enemy. We sit there and watch CNN or MSNBC or the Comedy Central or HBO just in the middle of a movie or in the middle of a comedy show. Go, Alex Jones hates Jews and blacks. Yeah, Alex Jones, the radio host, Next show. Alex Jones wants to blow things up. Alex Jones is worse than ISIS. Alex Jones hates women. Bill O'Reilly. And tonight we look at internet stalking of women and sex predators. Cuts to a picture of me and my face turns red. No evidence, no proof, no claims, just sex predators. Here's Alex Jones. That's called subliminal in plain view. That's how dumb they think we are. Well, we're not that dumb, but to a jellyfish TV viewer who has an attention span of about 6 minutes, they're not paying attention once they get into that show. They go into suspended disbelief, they veg out, and then they just go, Alex Jones. The subconscious just accepts. Alex Jones hurt women. Alex Jones hurt blacks. Alex Jones, blah, blah. I mean, we're talking warfare, folks. So it's a fight. And they know that we're starting to trigger the grassroots, and they're scared of you. So their attack on me is an attack on you. That's why I built a bigger organization. We intend to continue this operation, even if they imprison me or bust a cap in my head, whatever. I don't want to die, but send me on a long vacation. I ain't worried about it.
But, you know, as myself and Cargo were pointing out, that once you let them in, you let the camel put its nose under the tent, and they can change this, they can change that. It's the slippery slope. And a lot of people, a lot of the gun owners I've seen don't want to play this game.
Well, give me a wide shot in there, because I've had enough of this. I've had enough. Let me explain something to the New World Order, okay? You're not getting our guns. 1776 started when you tried to get them, you bastards. And as Charlton Heston famously said, from my cold dead hand, you sons of bitches, you got that? You're not getting our firearms. Do you understand? This far and no further with your damn dictatorship. I'm sick of it. Excuse me, let me plug back in so I can hear Jakari. I mean, folks, they are pushing on every front. Totally open borders. Selling us out to world government. Trying to take over the internet. I mean, they are moving on every single stinking front. What do you say to this, Shikari? Breaking the countries back, ending sovereignty, ending the borders, saying, you know, worldwide, CNN every day has articles, come to America, it's all free, ha ha, the land of milk and honey, the Golden Valley, the heaven on earth, Fantasy Island, it's all free, ha ha. People say, well, I'm going to go along with it. Oh, they're going to go after you first. You're an easy target, chump. You'd be like a gazelle in the African savannah that saw a pride of lions. And it said, well, I'm going to be friendly to the lions, and they'll like me, and I'm going to go lay down and show them my belly. And then they'll want to be my friend because I'm with them. I'll tell the lions where the gazelles are. I'll work with the lions. And as the little gazelle walks over, hi, lion. He's feeling kind of powerful. You're my friend. The lion just grabs him by the throat, rips it out. And the gazelle goes, trendy, I was trendy. As it flops around, blood spewing. It doesn't matter. You can see everything's coming to a head. All you people who love the system, just enjoy it. Just enjoy global depression. Just enjoy the rioting, the checkpoints, the wars, just all of it. It's what you want. And quite frankly, we all deserve it. We killed 55 million. I keep saying 53 million. The numbers are up. Some estimates are 56 million abortions in this country since Roe v. Wade. And hey, those aren't humans. They didn't deserve to be protected. Neither do we. We're not humans either. And that's what they're saying now. They're going, you have no free will. People aren't even people. You have no rights. Bioethics boards will decide everything. Oh, the troops are worthless after they've served. Let's just euthanize them too. Let's just not give them treatment. It's the trendy thing. I mean, as long as we say it in an NPR voice about the needs and how we've got to take care of it and about budgetary things. And it's a tough job for the ethics committees, but they're doing the right thing. And now the Watson computer helps them make the decision where it's not their fault that the veterans secretly don't get the health care. You know, the computer said so. It's not the Nazis' fault that the Hollerith Watson machine of 1942s did it. You know, it was the machine that said do it then. And it doesn't matter. It's the exact same company with the exact same name with a high-tech system deciding who to kill now. As long as you just do it in a voice like this and go, oh, it's very reasonable, very liberal, and just act real effeminate and go, then it's all cute. And then you have generals up on TV going, yeah, let's just have a bunch of body bags and kill a whole bunch of Russians, send in NATO troops. I remember like 6 months ago, they showed the head of NATO laughing. He looked all soft for a general. He was going, yeah, we've got weapons. We take out the Russians. They're nothing. I mean, even if I was a tough guy, but I was going to get in a fight with somebody that I thought I could beat, but I knew this person could still hurt me bad, I wouldn't be arrogant about it.
Dire structures are fortified. Your top task.
But this would be like going into a knife fight with somebody you know how to use a knife. They got 2 butcher knives in each hand, and you got 2 butcher knives. You're just like, this is really fun. Let's have this knife fight for no reason, but so a bunch of bankers can try to take over. Let's do this. This is a really great idea. 2 + 2 = 4. He said what is reasoned, intellectual, and intelligent. But let me tell you what's intelligent now, what's intellectual. Supporting total fascism, calling yourself liberal, wearing socks that don't match and having a beard, and walking around in an effeminate way with your hands out at your side, going, break up families, guns are bad, men are bad, I love black uniforms, I love the choppers, I love the checkpoints, I love the torture, I love Obama, I love it, I love it. I mean, that you people are sick. You're not Nazis in black uniforms that'll actually do the killing yourselves, even though they were evil. You just sit back and live in some fantasy delusional world. Get rid of Rob Snyder. Get him fired. Just like fluoride. All the scientists came out in the 40s and said, my God, don't put that in the water. It's deadly poison. They went, those are crazy people who think the Russians are implanting microchips or radio transmitters in their teeth. Didn't have microchips yet. And then they would have national shows, just propaganda and sitcoms and dramas and game shows where they'd go, Mrs. Johnson, you don't think there's a chip in your teeth, do you? Because they'd ask them, which of the contestants believes fluoride might be bad for you? It's part of a Soviet conspiracy. Of course, it wasn't a Soviet conspiracy, it was a globalist conspiracy. And they're like, no, I've done some research and believe it. Okay, you think there's, I've seen a clip of this, you think there's a radio transmitter too in there? And they have laugh signs come on and the crowd goes, ah, ah. I've actually had anti-gunners before follow me after a gun rally we were at. And they followed me into a restaurant and waited while I was eating and then walked over and went, boo on Alex Jones, boo, and then pointed and laughed at me, looking around like I gave a rat's behind if people thought I was being ridiculed. I found it quite entertaining. I was like, you're making a fool out of yourself. How you doing, ma'am? I'd like a salad, no tomatoes, please. Extra onions and blue cheese. Thank you. Appreciate it. Iced tea as well. And I just said, you continue till they throw you out. I don't care. But again, in the peer pressure world, they think that gets to someone. Oh my gosh, you laughed at me. You called me a racist. Oh, you have all the power. I'm so scared. Getting it. Gee, that's what we said would happen. Not because we're that smart. 2 + 2 = 4. I'm sorry. I'm the bad man. Hundreds of publications demonized us because we dared say this was coming, and they demonized Drudge as well because he dared say it. Oh my gosh, we're so horrible. We linked to the CDC's own reports and the UN's own reports. We apologize for being dead on right again. Please, Rachel Maddow, don't call me a conspiracy theorist with your tiny viewership that has less viewers in an hour than we have in 10 minutes. Oh, you've got a short haircut and act bossy and Jezebel. Oh, I was politically incorrect. I talked to a woman in a way that was bad. You're not allowed to disagree with a woman or you're against women. I've got to vote for Hillary. You're right. You're my boss. You tell me what to do, okay? You said our kids belong to the state. You're not a fruitcake weirdo totalitarian that everyone should laugh at. I'm going to go home and cry tonight because you bossed me around. Oh, I gotta do what you say because you're so liberal. Even though by every yardstick you're a flaming fascist piece of trash, control freak, divide and conquer, maggot, failure, piece of crap. Excuse me. I break free of your mind control, filth. Make fun of me all you want for being red-blooded. You want people to go, oh, I better not be red-blooded, to then awaken the rest of the sheep. They don't want you to wake up and say, get out there and warn people, because then their reign of evil might end, and they might be brought to justice for their crime. And tell the military, you can't be in the Tea Party or evangelical Christian group, or we will arrest you. Do you understand, sir, that that's like North Korea? Do you understand that's the opposite of classical liberalism, to tell the military that you can't be an evangelical Christian or that you can't be in the Tea Party? Do you support that?
It's under attack.
Do you remember when the military...
Answer my question, you authoritarian.
I'm sorry, would you repeat the question, sir? I couldn't understand.
Is it good that Fort Hood told all of their Army soldiers you cannot go to a Tea Party event or be part of an evangelical group or you will be court-martialed?
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Have those claims even been substantiated?
Sir, we got the document from Fort Hood. Fort Hood responded to the local paper and Fox News and basically defended it at first and then said we're going to withdraw it for now, and now it's back and it's in the news today.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Hey, you support sicking the IRS on the Tea Party. You support sickening on libertarian think tanks. So is that where your tyranny stops? Do you support court-martialing people for their religious his views? Answer the question. Answer the question.
Would you stop screaming?
Answer the question. Answer it.
No. The answer is no. And here's the thing. I'm just gonna try and settle down because you're kind of making me shake a little bit. So let me take a deep breath. Okay.
Is this for real? Thank you, David. Let's talk to Matt in California. Matt wants to talk about vaccines. Go ahead, Matt.
Yes, this is Matt, and I called the other day and spoke with David Knight about the vaccine.
Oh, you're the one that calls people rednecks? You're a redneck.
Yes.
Do you listen to NPR a lot?
Listen, let me make my point without being threatened with a gun. And
threatened with a gun? Oh my God!
Well, that's you people. That's your answer for everything. Better have a gun. Better have a gun. But do you really think that you'll be able to stand up against the might of the United Nations armies when they come in? It's going to come to that. We have not been able to move this country forward for 200 years because of people like you.
All right, you're being fake. Troll alert. Just admit you're a troll.
I'm a troll. You just can't believe that people disagree with you, Tom. That's your problem, isn't it?
All right, listen. What is your real name? Lord Keebler?
No, listen. I want to tell you that you people, look, we kicked your God out of this country. What do you think we're going to do when it comes to you?
Hold on, stay right there. I can see when this guy walks on the road, he goes, We'll be right back in Overdrive. Infowars.com.
I know that they've been trying to divide and conquer us based on age, race, sexual preference, religion, social standing, and politics.
Now it's medical. But if you won't take the flu shot, so your kid's going to get sick. There's no discussion of, hey, why didn't the flu shot protect me? You said it did. It's like, no, it's the people that don't take it. They're the reason cancer's out. They're the reason we're all dying. We need more shots. You get the pitchforks, make them take it, burn them at the stake. They're infidel to violence. Sorry, go ahead. Because they needed to have that opposition to make their eugenics takeover that'd be more sophisticated, look loving. Oh, we don't wear scary black uniforms. We're liberals. Oh, look, a black man, a woman. Oh, take your shot. Oh, we won't let the racists stop you from getting your abortion or your vaccines. Oh, half the Hispanics are about to, because we're like 30% of diabetes, half of you are going to have it. Oh, you're dying. Oh, we love you. Take your Gardasil, John. We want the open borders so we can tax you and kill you. I mean, love you. But in the meantime, you'll vote to help our plan. Nationwide emergency alert test causes panic, confusion. TV viewers across America see unexpected message. The test of the National Emergency Alert System, which has been seen by television viewers this morning in states across the country, prompted panic and confusion, with many taking to Twitter to express their concerns. Don't be concerned about the troops and the drills and the checkpoints and the cameras and the TSA and the naked body scanners and the NSA spying, the bank saying it's illegal to withdraw $5,000 even though it's not. Just don't worry about Obama announcing executive power grabs on the border and everything else. It's all normal. It's all normal. Go back to sleep. Move along, move along. We love you. Liberal, liberal, liberal. Don't be racist. Don't be homophobe. Turn in your gun. Submit. Drink the fluoride. Take the vaccine. Ooh, see? No more pain now. No more thinking now. Oh, yes. Families are bad. But now when you tune into the NBA, they're backing a huge feminist public relations campaign. Who says it's feminist? It's the anti-woman feminist campaign headed up by Facebook executive Sheryl Sandberg to lecture men about how they are not doing enough housework or childcare. As if that's our problem in the world, as if that's even true, from this witch trying to break up our families and insinuate into the middle of things, of the dumb effers that use Facebook in her boss's own words. These dumb effers don't know we're breaking up their families and we'll get their children. The women won't know we're dividing and conquering and recognize the real enemy. They'll be too busy thinking every problem, including bad weather, was their overworked, brainwashed husband. They'll never come together and raise strong children, and then our program will be complete. Thank you, Satan, for all your love. Signed, Sheryl Sandberg. NBA players like LeBron James, and Stephen Curry will deliver the message. Oh, yeah, a big, bloated, narcissistic, arrogant guy that says he's King James. He, as if, he treats the women so well. He will, LeBron will tell the men to do more. That's what Bill Joyce said. They said, look, these aren't people anymore anyways. The only question is there's going to be a lot of moral people who don't want to be slaves, who are going to fight the technocracy. And that's what the combat robots and the surveillance grid and the predictive systems to know when you're going to stand up. When you look around and see half the kids on your block with autism and a third of the people with cancer, and you read all the government documents, how they're doing it by design and laughing at us, and no, we've got to be mopped up, huh? We don't want to wear different colored socks and have little beards and, act trendy and shuffle around, have our girlfriends boss us around. We're called men. And the world doesn't need us anymore, we're told. It's the end of the age of men. We'll see about that. Because when the men in the system find out they're not going to be brought into this new world order either, when they find out it's a centralized spiritual takeover via machines by a group of adepts, Luciferians on the inside, and that it's the end of humanity as we know it because the devil wants to play God and have a new creation, when the elite find out they're going to be cut off, there's going to be some major resistance. And it's an info war, ladies and gentlemen, and reality is so much stranger than fiction. They were trying to recruit Dr. King. They were trying to recruit all the doctors. He called other dentists, and they go, how do you know about this? I can't talk about it. It's classified. Some had already been to the meetings, already gotten a little card. I got a card. I got a card. I'm a secret agent. I'm a secret agent. I'm a secret agent. I'm an informant. For a total takeover. See, I can't even read this article. I just can't even do it. I read it this morning, and I'm just sick of these traitors. I'm sick of it. I want to evacuate this place. I'm sick of this country. We're giving you the Death Star plans. Understand? We're giving you every bit of it. All the facts. Their own documents. All of it. All of it right here in this damn report. The New World Order isn't coming. It's here. The Redcoats ain't coming. They're here. They're here. They know a big frontal assault, you stand up to it like Paul Revere, so they do it incrementally. I'm coming over that camera to talk to people right now. Folks, you're told you're supposed to get excited about a bunch of garbage. You're told you're supposed to get excited about a bunch of mindless crap. About football games. You're supposed to get excited about freedom and tyranny and stopping it. That's what these genes are about. That's what resistance is about. And it's happening right now. I don't even know what to say at this point anymore. It just makes me sick to see the fall of this country and to see the tyranny and the illegal NSA spying and all the rest of it. And I just think about all the veterans that have fought and died for our supposed freedoms and how we're pissing on their graves right now, and I'm tired of it. I'm signing off, ladies and gentlemen.
Your middle tower is
I'm done breaking it down. I've done the best job I can. And it's up to you if you want to be slaves or not. They just are a bunch of America-hating, freedom-hating, property-hating, gun-hating control freaks who dream of some glorious civil war with the American bitter clingers. And I mean, once you actually attack the bitter clingers, it's all over, dummy. It's like going up to a full-grown grizzly bear and punching it in the nose. You're such idiots. You really have taken our restraint as a sign of weakness instead of extreme control. Extreme control. Because every passing day, the power of the liberty movement grows and more people wake up, and every passing day, your tyranny bleeds to death. We're killing you by tens of millions of cuts, writing websites on money, on walls, telling people, calling into radio, running for office, voting with our dollars, supporting independent media. Citizen journalists everywhere documenting what you're really doing, not what you say, so your PR machine's ground to a halt. You want to have a war with the American people, and you think you're going to win that when you come out in the open? I don't care how many false flags you pull, it's over. But they know that. They want their failed system to bring the country down, and then that will break the country regardless, and then they come in after the long winter, the long depression, and buy everything up for pennies on the dollar.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
After we've all wiped each other out. That's the plan. You see, you couldn't take America down from outside. There'd be a rifle behind every blade of grass, to quote Admiral Yamamoto. I fear we've awakened a sleeping giant. He had to try to convince him, no, we don't want to try to land in Oregon with troop ships. It's not going to go well. Nowadays, if they landed in troop ships wearing pink uniforms, they're like, tranny, tranny, tranny. Literally, everyone would just kneel and go, oh, and just, here are our children. If it's politically correct, don't be racist. Shooting everybody. I mean, that's what political correctness is. Drink your fluoride, take your Obamacare, open your borders, pay for everything, or you're a racist. It's just a psychological war. But once the trance is lifted, and the sleeping giant is starting to wake up, once the trance is lifted, people have a very fast learning curve. Once they're broken, the mind control. And the thing about the grassroots liberals, they really mean well. They're just happy trendies that just go through life smiling and want to be sweet and do what they're told, to be part of the team and work with everybody. Yeah, let's put the gun owners in a forced labor camp. Yeah, let's ban hydrogen monoxide. It sounds yummy. I'm going to comply my whole life, and the big foreign mega banks that own everything care about me. And all the TV shows are about being funny and silly. And again, most people get bated breath talking about sports. Did you see Green Bay? Did you see that? Did you see that? I get excited just realizing that they admit that they know vaccines cause autism and they want it to happen. That gets me angry. I mean, if you walked up and you punched one of my kids in the face, I would viciously attack you. I'm a tough guy, but I couldn't control myself. I mean, you would be in deep trouble. I mean, it wouldn't matter how tough you were, you would get hurt, even if you ended up defeating you. I mean, I'm coming after you. I'm not going to say I'm going to ram my head into you before I even get my elbows into you, before I climb on top of you. That's all you really do in a fight. I don't have to go take jiu-jitsu training. Just jump on top of somebody, start slamming their head in the ground if you attack my children. But the globalists are attacking all of us everywhere on a daily basis, economically, physically, spiritually, and we just take it. Stop taking it. Don't go out and physically attack them, but in the info war, jump on top of them, no apologies with the facts, and beat their brains out politically.
Aluminum, again, deodorants.
You hating on the silver people?
I am.
What's wrong with tinfoil? Here, let me have it. I'll put a hat on. I need you with all the cell phone radiation.
But then, then you're going to get all the electromagnetic radiation coming right into your mind there.
Actually, this will increase
it. Then you're getting aluminum put into your brain again. As a matter of fact, most pharmaceutical drugs, including what you were talking about earlier, the vaccinations and the flu shots have aluminum in them. And people wonder why.
I'm shielding myself right now.
Are getting sick. Might as well spray some of this, these toxic chemicals on you as well. That are insect repellents. You know, insect repellents people lather themselves with, and then you can protect your head from the sun so you don't get.
See how fast I did that, folks? I'm an expert. Every day when I leave work, I do this. Let's do a wide shot, guys. People see the full power.
So you might as well drink some BPA water while you're at it. Then you can go ahead and do a detox and start cleaning yourself out later and neutralizing all the aluminum. So anyway, soups, cans. I mean, the bottom line is go through your house and find all these things and eliminate them at the source, because you really need to figure out what's causing all these problems. If you're not addressing the root cause of the problem, as well as using the type of supplements that we have to balance your hormones naturally and balance out your body naturally.
I can get Obama's emergency alerts through this. Now when he comes and takes over my cell phone when my Samsung TV's watching me, it's okay to wear a tinfoil hat now because it's meant the TV's watching. So now I actually like it now.
Are you maybe you actually believe what he's saying? Like when he came out the other day and said, I think every child should be vaccinated. You know, there's enough scientific evidence behind it.
There's no side effects. It doesn't matter. The insert says it can kill you. No, I agree.
Yeah. I wonder
if in fact, I love the system. I can now remove the tinfoil hat. crown of power.
And now you are controllable because you have
it's like a medieval visor
frying your brain cells.
Preparing for battle. That's why they brought up a bunch of self-obsessed, arrested development babies out there. And I don't take some pleasure in the fact that so many men and women are arrested. I take great pain in that Orwell talked about dumbing language down so much that you couldn't even communicate with the trolls. And that's what we now reach at this point. And anybody trying to warn them, they think that you're a kook or that, that they have power over you because they laugh at you. You got to understand, that's like a seriously mentally retarded or brain damaged person standing at a bus stop drooling, laughing at you when you drive by in your car. You need to feel sorry for them. It's not funny. And none of us should take pleasure, and I've done it myself 1,000 times or more, calling them sheeple, making fun of people. Like Mark Dice says, he doesn't go cherry pick to show stupid people. That's everyone he talks to. He talks to 10 people, he shows all of them. And 9 out of 10 say put gun owners in slave camps, murder everyone, world government, abort children up to age 5. We do similar interviews. This is what they've done to these people. They're gone. They're gone. They had a soul when they were kids. They were put in front of a TV and brainwashed and brought up by brain-damaged parents, and now they're gone, folks. They're gone. I look in their eyes. They got shark eyes with that little pig smile. They're gone. There's a demon in there running the show. They're gone. It's not funny. They're gone. And they're going to tear us apart. Any law will only be used on law-abiding citizens, and that's been proven. And their goal, these political mafias, is to disarm their slaves, the bitter cleaners. It is a fundamental of a statist authoritarian system to disarm the people, as Mao Zedong said, the greatest mass murder in history. Political power goes out of the barrel of a gun. And when you see the belligerence and the arrogance of most of those city council members, and the little fuddy-duddy with his hair all greased back and into himself with his trendy, I'm not against beards. It's just it's the guys that like have them, and then they're always the same, and they just think they're wonderful, and it's like they all have the Holy Grail, and he's got his little manicured beard and everything, and he watches The Hangover every night, and he's sitting there talking about how horrible it is with his Nelly eyes, like a deer in the headlight, wanting to prey on people, wanting his slaves to be disarmed, while he has bodyguards, cops in that room that are armed. It's just the height of pathetic hypocrisy, and I can't handle it. And then let's go to the walrus woman, if you can find that, who says that I don't think they should have any privacy. I don't like it. We're going to publish your names.
Rob, who cares about the confidentiality of a gun owner? We don't want it.
What's her name? Back it up. Touch me. Oh, what's her name? Yvette Alexander, DC Council Member Ward 7. Yeah, she's over Middle Ward 7. I mean, let me tell you, I've been in DC a lot. It's an open sore. It's a hellhole with gunshots going off at night. Just like Chicago, in the areas where you socialists run things. Chicago's a great city, too. I hate to see you run it down into a rat hole. But that's what rats do. Yvette Alexander. Well, we're going to put your name out there, cutesy cake. You know what? Wait a minute. That's the wrong site, man. You're on the Groundhog official Punxsutawney Phil. That's not her. That's a photo of a groundhog who just got pulled out of a hole. Guys, I actually go to the DC Council members website, not to a groundhog website. Like, look at that video down there. That's a groundhog. Oh my gosh. Look how little that woman's head is compared to her body. TV Jedi. Actually, is that South Jabba's palace?
That's Punxsutawney's darkest secret.
That's Punxsutawney's darkest secret, is that he is secretly a DC council person. And the other guy looks like a giant woodchuck or something. Maybe there really are like space aliens that have come to invade. This is how they're just trendy, we love you, turn your weapons in. All right, I'm not trying to be funny. I just can't handle it anymore. Let's go to this piece. You can see the video up on Infowars.com. We'll play the audio here for radio listeners.
I've starved species greater than you.
That's what her voice ought to be like.
I'm Satan, the spirit of the destroyer that is destroying the planet with genetic engineering, mutilating God's creation and vandalizing the human species, the Creator's greatest creation in His image. And my plan is to sell you on destroying yourself and your family and loving death and turning off your survival mechanism and destroying your family so the state and the computer robot age can corner every last one of you and slowly suck the life force out of you into the black of deep space. That should be the voiceover for this stinking ad. Instead, it's an NPR voice.
Some call me nature.
Julia Roberts.
Others call me Mother.
Others call me Mother. My name is
I've been here for over 4.5 billion years.
Well, however long you've been here, we're of that.
22,500 times longer than you.
Longer than us?
People.
No.
But people need me.
Humans are obviously older than this planet.
Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive.
Not of this world.
When I falter, you falter. Or worse.
Good pause. I mean, they show a glacier sloughing off. From the first Viking text written over 1,000 years ago about the glaciers, it's how in the summers they collapse. It snows during the winter and it piles up, and then when it gets hot, the glaciers move and melt and slough off. It's always going on. But they play on people's ignorance. I mean, this is so sick. Another lecturing voice. Real slow, I'm your mother. And mommy talks about starving us later. Let's go back to the clip.
But I've been here for eons. I have fed species greater than you.
Oh, really?
And I have starved species greater than you.
Good pause. These people are so weak. They're into all this eugenic stuff because they're powerless and they hate humanity because they don't see themselves as dominant. So they get together in these death cults to then pull down people greater than them. And that's why they're like, I'm starved species greater than you. Oh yeah, what's the species greater than us? I didn't see Tyrannosaurus Rex sending spaceships into orbit or coming up with mathematics. I mean, shut up. Shut your murderous fat mouth. You pig! Here's the issue. They've taught people that love life to lay down and be cowardly. That's over. Do you understand that, scum? You're not turning our life force off. You're not flipping ourselves to destruct switch. The spirit of liberty is rising, filth. We're going to warn people about the vaccines you hope everybody takes. So everybody's mentally retarded and bubbling around so you can have your way with us and give us all your genetic disorders. Not going to happen, filth. We're going to show everybody what you've done. We're aware of your operation. Your operation's blown. Go back to the clip.
My oceans. My soil. My flowing streams, my forests.
Mine.
All can take you. Or leave you. How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really...
Back it up 20 seconds. What you do doesn't really matter. I'll win in the end. This is the cliche we always hear. We're of this planet. But if you look at the Bible, made in the image of the Creator who's not of this world. And that's what most of the genetic engineers and elites now believe. Time Magazine, Reuters, you name it. They go, actually, life was brought here. Humans were probably engineered. Well, but it's not what this Bible said that turned out to be accurate, written thousands of years ago. As if there's nothing to learn from one of the most ancient texts on the planet that matches up with other ancient texts. It's not like the Bible said. It's like Prometheus said. See, it's about you feeling guilty, and now the government will represent Mother Earth, and she'll decide who starves and who lives. So you need to feel guilty and live real poor. We're going to genetically engineer and dump all the stuff and hurt the Earth. It's just humans that are bad, period, because this system is of the spirit that hates humanity. I love humanity. I want to defend humanity. I want to be a defender of humanity. I know I will die, but I want people to go forward and build great things. And I have a sense of pride in that and a love of those unborn. I don't mean unborn they're killing today, of the 55 million they've capped in the last 40 years. I'm talking about what we are to become in the master plan. And let me tell you, the master plan isn't what you hunchback New World Order people are pushing. And by hunchback, I'm not attacking somebody that's hunchback. I mean spiritually. You people are not beautifully spiritual. You people ain't pretty. I can see your soul. Let's go more to this witch speaking.
My oceans.
Mine.
My soil.
Mine, not your earth. Mine.
My flowing stream.
Mine. Mine.
They all can take you or leave.
This is David Rockefeller garbage.
How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me.
No, it doesn't.
One way or the other. Your actions will determine your fate, not
your fate.
I am nature. I will go on.
Totally.
I am prepared to evolve.
The message is, do what we say or be destroyed. Nature doesn't need people. People need nature.
Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Stay with us.
My arrows.
Let me get to the PSA news that I have. If you go to Infowars.com, we have a plethora of articles that we've done breaking this down in the past that are linked to. In Kurt Nimmo's article, New York moves to deploy body scanners on the street in search for guns.
Are fortified.
And then it has links to the latest announcements. The point is, this has been going on a long time. It's a violation of your privacy. It's a violation of the 10th Amendment because the feds are involved. And it also exposes you to radiation risk. But here's the article. NYPD Commissioner Ryan Kelly told CBS News in New York his department is looking to deploy terahertz imaging detection scanners on the street in the war on illegal guns. Now, remember, whenever they say they're looking at it, that's like the head of the Office of Science, the White House Science Czar. His first speech 3.5 years ago was to say, hey, guess what? We've already been testing for decades terraforming or geoengineering the atmosphere with aluminum dioxide, barium, sulfur, chemtrails. Guess what? That's all real. But we're going to keep the details classified. But so far, it's been a test. And that's what they're saying. When you watch the CBS News piece that we're linked to in our Infowars.com article, they admit they've already got the systems up and are testing. They're already in the city of New York with Homeland Security money. And 4 years ago, Homeland Security bought these giant mobile 18-wheelers that they're now setting up on highway checkpoints. It's now happening. And they just have you walk through them and naked body scan you. And that's not enough. They randomly ask you questions to see if you're a terrorist with some quack brain reading machine that picks up facial expressions. And they get these minimum wage employees and have them read a book and take a 6-hour class on facial expressions. And I had one of these idiots at the Austin TSA a few months ago come over and go, you're a troublemaker, Alex Jones. And I thought it was a joke. It was so pathetic and worm-like. I started laughing at the guy. I thought it was a joke. And he goes, no, you are a troublemaker. Where are you going? What you doing? And I just answered his question to be amiable. I wasn't in the mode of, hey, none of your business, idiot. And then he was like trying to act like I was doing something and looking at me. And I go, oh, you're doing your behavioral thing. You're God now, huh? Statistically, you're getting cancer from the scanners. Statistically, you guys have incredible high crime rates of robbing, raping, stealing from people. Don't sit there on your goody two-shoes throne where you, the government, are good and I'm bad. That's what it's all about. It's about this crook government teaching us we're to lay under them and put up with all their garbage and suck their boots, whatever they say, and as they suck off on us with their taxes and all their regulations and all their bugging their eyes out at us and cops strutting around everywhere trying to intimidate the public. This isn't what a free country looks like. It's what a rat-infested third world cesspit looks like. You guys aren't protecting America. You're helping deep six it for the traitor bankers that are taking over this country. And I'm sick of you. I don't want you out. Man, I'm getting angry. And in case you think I'm joking, here's the CBS New York minion as we analyze this propaganda. Up there telling you it's secret and you don't know it. He's kind of getting off on the body language. Ooh, he's part of the system. And ooh, it's so good to bootlick and be all part of it. Like if you just join it, you just have a good little attitude about it, you're on the winning team. I mean, you know you want to be on the winning team. Oh, look how America's winning under globalism. It's falling apart. Oh, Al Gore said Napton and Gal were going to be great in '94. Oh, yeah, he invented the internet, too. And he lays golden eggs under your Christmas tree. He's a Christmas Easter bunny. I mean, it's all a bunch of slime. Here is the teleprompter reader. And the controllers load in. Happy and satisfied. They have little cues for them. And the best news readers are the ones that, in a dog-like way, follow all the orders of their controllers. And then they can nationally write the script and have all the little regurgitators, their trained vomit heads, vomit. You know, the big New World Order mama bird vomits the lies in their mouth, and then they vomit them back on us. And then when you're around the water cooler or whatever, the local chicken neck vomits it back on you, because they're real smart. Because they repeat what the sitcom or drama or news show told them. It's real great to have radiation beams down the street, and it shows images of naked people walking around the street, because that's what a free country does. With telescreens everywhere saying, don't trust your neighbors in the Walmarts and other places. I mean, okay, here it is. Here's the clip.
You'll soon be getting a virtual pat-down as you walk down the street and not even know about it. NYPD is testing new technology that would secretly scan pedestrians for weapons. Hazel Sanchez shows us why privacy advocates say this crosses the line.
Oh, it crosses the line. No, let's stop right there. They crossed the line a long time ago. They crossed the line in 1913, letting a private bank take our country over. I'm going to go out to break and come back with your calls. I meant to go to them earlier. This isn't a radio show, folks. It's not an act. It's not some talk show host with a big bloated ego. I know I'm in a scientific matrix grid in the early phases of being inserted into an extermination system. I've got all their documents, all their statements. I'm watching them carry it out right on time. I know I'm 100% right. I wish I wasn't right. I want to turn this around before it's too late. We've now reached the halfway point in this worldwide transmission on this Tuesday, June 9th, 2009. Just come on in, because you guys sit there at the door, and then I'm going to wait and not talk till you get it to me. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, this is the Daily World. Former CPS director sentenced to 10 years for child molestation. Now, I haven't created a computer file on this, but I should. About 80% of the time I hear about a kid being boiled to death or being tortured to death or being found in a cage, starved to death. They admit deep in the articles that it was a CPS worker or some lazy pot-bellied PhD for social work who they'll warehouse 5-6 kids, put them in cages, I'm not kidding, or lock them up in rooms, barely feed them enough to live. You'll think they're concentration camp victims.
I did service work in college some, and would go in the houses and say, what are these houses? And, you know, the older or the people that knew more about the job would say, oh, this is a foster house. These are death pedophile pits, basically. And then they admit there's 7 times. I keep saying 5 times more likely to abuse. That was the cover of Newsweek in 2000, about 5 times more likely to abuse children. It's now 7 times more likely. I mean, there's no group worse than these people. And it says, former CPF director sentenced to 10 years for child molestation. Judge rejects recommendation for year in jail and treatment. Gary E. Anderson leaned into the podium, his head lowered, and his blue jail jumpsuit draped off his thin frame. The 67-year-old child protective services director told the court he did not understand how he could have spent 36 years of his life defending children. You didn't. You went in there to rape them. Because you... Oh, you piece of trash. Including his own, and now stands guilty of raping a 9-year-old girl and molesting another girl of the same age. Because you're a bucket of crap. Because you're a worm. And because you don't just enjoy raping those children. But the same reason you enjoy, if you read the criminology or the psychology of why you like raping children, it's the same thing you like when those parents are crying, when you show up with brainwashed cops serving you and they drag that little kid out of you, out of their hands, and you realize you're going to be raping them in just a few hours. It's the enjoyment. It's the domination. It's the power. So you enjoy those parents terrorizing in pain, just like local family court judges, and I've been in their courts watching them. When those families are crying, the judge is literally just going, I mean, they're just soaking the pain. That's why I can't go to these anymore, because it's literally like a hell. It's just tearing my soul out, and it just, the rage just lifts, and the judge will even see it in your eye.
I guess my medical doctor's bad too. Because you're the amazing beard. You expose people that bend spoons. Oh, I'm not bending spoons, jackass. You and George Soros and Snopes can sit up their old angle. These crazy right-wingers think there's a world government forming. They think the NSA's spying on them. I'm the amazing Randy. I look back and found stuff he said 10 years ago that Jones thinks they're spying on the public. Ridiculous. I'm the amazing Randy. And then you go to watch the movie, and it's all him and his boyfriend. I mean, it's just like, what? What? And everyone's like, oh. It's like you've gone on a Mars mission, or you discovered the God gene, or you saved humanity, or you crossed the Bering Strait. Oh, my gosh, you're so accomplished. Wow. Wow, you sleep with a guy. Whoa, so shocking. We can't handle it. It's a plan. And I'm angry. I'm not a slave. I've broken the conditioning. It doesn't work on me. I'm primitive. I'm real. I know the enemy. And if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist. Break the conditioning now. Excuse me. All right. And then he's like, everything's going to be fair under Obamacare because computers that are already commanding the doctors will tell you everything to do, and it'll decide whether you live or die. Well, who programs the computers? See? That's the whole zeitgeist movement that the New York Times promotes. A computer will decide where you work, where you live, and what you do, and we'll all live in big communal buildings. That sounds like prison, doesn't it? It is. But see, if you say it with long hair, you talk real soft and condescending and lisping and fake intellectual, and then do, Alex, if you don't agree, you'll be sent to a re-education camp. And then later, the guy, Peter Joseph, comes back and says, I'll come on your show. You apologize for saying I said you'd be re-educated. And I went back and watched the interview, and he said, you'll be sent for re-education. He went on the phone. He goes, I never said that. We know the truth.
Too bad.
Yes. 2 + 2 = whatever you say, because you talk with a condescending voice. Come here. Like Count Dracula of Van Helsing. Come here. I did not say that. Come here. You have a strong will for one who's only lived one life. I mean, you think that stuff really works on me? Like your Jabba the Hutt? Genie Jedi. Think so? You think all your games work on me? It doesn't work on me. And once the human spirit ignites, it doesn't work on anybody. I'm not here doing anything but opening the blinds to wake people up. And you don't like the light, do you? Pull those blinds up. I like sun. I love it. And red-blooded humans, I don't care what color they are, will never be your slaves. I saw Google got caught in a bunch of new stuff. And then when they talked to their one of their presidents, they said, "But we wear fluffy socks." That's in my stack. They're like, "What about Google getting hacked and all your passcodes being taken, and Google spying on people?" We wear fluffy socks. Almost every photo of Warren Buffett, a master wicked operative involved with his banks with money laundering, narcotics trafficking, that's in Bloomberg, AP, Reuters. But in almost every photo, he goes, "I'm just a little old man." And he goes, "Ice cream." Google Warren Buffett's name and click images, almost every image, and he goes, "Ice cream." And it's like Google goes, I'm wearing a pink and a green sock, and I got a little beard, and I talk like this. You know what those guys do when they get on jets? They go, "Bring me 15 hookers now and get the drugs ready and take me to the private island. Get the satanic rituals ready." I'm literally, folks, I've been at the highest levels of Hollywood, okay?
Radiant structures.
And they get on that aircraft, and I mean, they are just like, "Shut the door, let's get this going. Give me the heads up, future predicting dialer. I want the sat phone on, scrambled to NSA headquarters, prepare to run ops." And they just sit there fixing the stock market and making billions on the side every few days. And just like in huge pleasure aircraft with 14, 15, 20 top, models in the back. Look it up. That's come out about just the pleasure aircraft. But out front, they're like, "Did you notice I'm wearing?" I always say the thing about the socks, because with Google, they go, "I've got different color socks." Meanwhile, you're literally dealing with PSYOP Satanists, with Black Op command forces predicting the future, with spy grid, AI going in everywhere. They can go in and punch up AI heads up, world models that the Pentagon has as well, integrated and actually know the future. They're in there like Sauron or Sauron, just dark sorcerers, total power. Meanwhile, they're like, "Are you racist? I'm wearing fluffy socks." And that's the reason I act like this, because I've been around some of these people. I've been at some of the parties with the Facebook people and Google people, and they see me and they just leave, or they say, "Get him out of here." And they see me and it'll be like, and they just go, "Yeah, let's get," and they'll leave. And that's the look on it. I mean, they'll literally go, "Just let me know I know you, Jones." Liberal, I'm liberal. Just wait till I liberal everybody. In fact, I can't find it in the stack. But you guys Google, go to the NSA interface. They just opt into the NSA interface and just put in Google fluffy socks. And people can say, I'm not joking. And they're always like, "But we have pinball machines and let people drink beer at lunch. And we have movies about the interns. We're liberal. There's nothing liberal about it. There it is. Will you guys print me that article, please? Don't trust humans. Wear fluffy socks. Wisdom from Google X. See? They're already saying, "Don't trust humans to drive cars." Time magazine. "Don't trust humans. The new liberal system, the computers will make the decisions." Where have we heard that before? Oh, Rockefeller Foundation funded groups the New York Times promotes. Movies, perhaps, where we get rid of money and the computers make all the decisions. But don't worry, the makers of the films talk in little lisping voices and are liberal. We were so desperate that we ended up doing a detailed study about the fluffiness of the socks of the techs who did the balloons. And see, they'll just throw out something about, "Don't trust humans." But by the way, we talk about fluffy colored socks. Now let's pull up Warren Buffett. Put in Warren Buffett's name, hit images, and you'll see ice cream cone. And you know who else goes ice cream cone. Pull up in a van. "I have ice cream, I have cookies, I have candy, 5-year-old. Everything's okay. Everything is nice." Google Warren Buffett ice cream, and then it'll just show hundreds of the photos of him with the ice cream cones. And then if that doesn't work, they go, "Puppy, puppy, I have a puppy. You love puppies." Now there he is with ice cream. He's a banjo and all, so non-threatening, a nice man. And there he is with his wife and daughter. Ice cream. Oh, and another shot of him with a little guitar, and a shot of him having a beer. Oh, nice old man. Lives in a modest little house in Omaha. Meanwhile, behind the facade of this innocent-looking bookstore. Ignore me at your peril. I am here as a watchman to warn you. I have seen, I know who the enemy is, and let me tell you, they are vicious wolves who hate you and your family. And they tell you at McDonald's in downtown Austin, they show mutated, dead children with pus pouring out of their eyeballs and welts all over their bodies. Enter here at your own risk and doom. And the fools throng, and their subconscious sees it. I am being delivered unto death. I am being delivered unto poison. I am being delivered. Just like the Golden Child allegory, great Eddie Murphy movie where they're trying to make the Golden Child drink the tainted blood. That's exactly what they're telling you. Come and drink from the well. Join us. Come and be one with us forever. But we must first warn them. We must first let them know before they have passed the gate.
And all the MDs that I've talked to that I know personally and spoken to and interviewed and everything like that, they all agree this is way beyond just fats and macros and sugars and it's so funny. This is a weaponized effect by markers.
Well, look at that arm. That arm has like smallpox. So they're getting you ready that it's cool to have red pus balls all over you, children. Eat it, eat it.
But these people sit around in marketing rooms for like 16 hours a day and obsess on it and do drugs to keep them awake and think about how to psychologically target literal babies.
Well, what they do is they say these are unhappy yuppies with college degrees that can't get a job, and these are failures. I mean, I've been around these people in some of these marketing meetings where I've been involved in other stuff, and I'm literally disengaged. They go, we're going to use a subliminal of death and dead babies because people know they're trash, and they want to see it when they feel like crap going in there to get this. So it's trendy to fail and just be a total slacker. And the next level of slacker is to have pus balls all over you. The dead babies, yeah. Like those BU dead babies. Let's see what they look like. Yeah, make it look like that. Put it in their face. Now let's go take some drugs. Yeah, hail Satan. Not missiles to the Chinese, MERV technology. Bill Clinton gave MERV technology through Laura Allen Hughes. Space Technologies.
Bottom tower is under attack.
MERV technology. So an ICBM won't just have one big warhead in it. It'll have 10, 15, 20, 30, and dummies in it. Let's say half of them are dummies. So that when it comes back into the atmosphere, it pops open and deploys, say, 20 warheads. That's what their ICBMs generally carry, 12 to 20. 10 of them or so can be dummies. And so the lasers and other things try to take those out, and then some get through.
The tower is under attack.
And then they destroy whole cities. How's that sound? Oh, but the government's doing all this for our national security, yes. But let's talk about Monica Lewinsky a little bit now, and the blue dress and the president's semen, because everybody kind of gets excited about that. And Bill Clinton's crooked proboscis.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Who cares? I mean, fine, that would have brought him down. Great. I'm just saying in conjunction, though, we have to then think about all the real things that are going on. There's a reason on a daily basis they have comics, TV hosts, media demonize this broadcast and yours truly, because they're demonizing Alex Jones as a figurehead of the libertarian liberty movement that is 1,000 light years more liberal than the fascistic, control freak totalitarians that call themselves the trendies, that call themselves the hipsters. They're the idiot, moron followers of the globalists
are fortified.
who want their free Obamacare and who want their free broadband and who want the FCC to save the internet. The FCC works for the big corporations, and they help consolidate media down to 4 companies, and they always have, and they always will, and the big corporations couldn't get it done. So they had the FCC come in like it was going to save it, and now they're going to have a 2-3 year battle and carve it up. We've got a public with an attention span of about 6.5 minutes. It used to be about 15, 20 years ago. Still, we're talking about attention spans being a minute long. So those of us that have long attention spans, those of us that are into facts, we're the enemy. We sit there and watch CNN or MSNBC or the Comedy Central or HBO, just in the middle of a movie or in the middle of a comedy show, go, you know, Alex Jones hates Jews and blacks. Yeah, Alex Jones, the radio host, Next show. You know, Alex Jones wants to blow things up. You know, Alex Jones is worse than ISIS. You know, Alex Jones hates women. Bill O'Reilly. And tonight, we look at internet stalking of women and sex predators. Cuts to a picture of me, and my face turns red. No evidence, no proof, no claims, just sex predators. Here's Alex Jones. That's called subliminal in plain view. That's how dumb they think we are. Well, we're not that dumb, but to a jellyfish TV viewer who has an attention span of about 6 minutes, they're not paying attention once they get into that show. They go into suspended disbelief, they veg out, and then they just go, Alex Jones. The subconscious just accepts. Alex Jones hurt women. Alex Jones hurt blacks. Alex Jones, blah, blah. I mean, we're talking warfare, folks. So it's a fight. And they know that we're starting to trigger the grassroots, and they're scared of you. So their attack on me is an attack on you. That's why I built a bigger organization. We intend to continue this operation, even if they imprison me or bust a cap in my head, whatever. I don't want to die, but send me on a long vacation. I ain't worried about it.
But, you know, as myself and Cargo were pointing out, that once you let them in, you let the camel put its nose under the tent, and they can change this, they can change that. It's the slippery slope. And a lot of people, a lot of the gun owners I've seen don't want to play this game.
Well, give me a wide shot in there, because I've had enough of this. I've had enough. Let me explain something to the New World Order, okay? You're not getting our guns. 1776 started when you tried to get them, you bastards. And as Charlton Heston famously said, from my cold dead hand, you sons of bitches, you got that? You're not getting our firearms. Do you understand? This going no further with your damn dictatorship. I'm sick of it. Excuse me, let me plug back in so I can hear Shikari. I mean, folks, they are pushing on every front. Totally open borders. Selling us out to world government. Trying to take over the internet. I mean, they are moving on every single stinking front. What do you say to this, Shikari? Breaking the countries back, ending sovereignty, ending the borders, saying, you know, worldwide, CNN every day has articles, come to America, it's all free, ha ha, the land of milk and honey, the Golden Valley, the heaven on earth, Fantasy Island, it's all free, ha ha. People say, well, I'm going to go along with it. Oh, they're going to go after you first. You're an easy target, chump. It'd be like a gazelle in the African savannah that saw a pride of lions. And it said, well, I'm going to be friendly to the lions, and they'll like me. I'm going to go lay down and show them my belly. And then they'll want to be my friend because I'm with them. I'll tell the lions where the gazelles are. I'll work with the lions. And as the little gazelle walks over, hi, lion. He's feeling kind of powerful. Here, my friend. The lion just grabs it by the throat, rips it out. The gazelle goes, trendy, I was trendy. As it flops around, blood spewing. It doesn't matter. You can see everything's coming to a head. All you people that love the system, just enjoy it. Just enjoy global depression. Just enjoy the rioting, the checkpoints, the wars, just all of it. It's what you want. And quite frankly, we all deserve it. We killed 55 million. I keep saying 53 million. The numbers are up. Some estimates are 56 million abortions in this country since Roe v. Wade. And hey, those aren't humans. They didn't deserve to be protected. Neither do we. We're not humans either. And that's what they're saying now. They're going, you have no free will. People aren't even people. You have no rights. Bioethics boards will decide everything. Oh, the troops are worthless after they've served. Let's just euthanize them too. Let's just not give them treatment. It's the trendy thing. I mean, as long as we say it in an NPR voice about the needs and how we've got to take care of it and about budgetary things. And it's a tough job for the ethics committees, but they're doing the right thing. And now the Watson computer helps them make the decision where it's not their fault that the veterans secretly don't get the health care. You know, the computer said so. It's not the Nazis' fault that the Hollerith Watson machine of 1942s did it.
Your top
You know, it was the machine that said do it then. And it doesn't matter. It's the exact same company with the exact same name, with a high-tech system deciding who to kill now. As long as you just do it in a voice like this and go, oh, it's very reasonable, very liberal, and just act real offensive.